The high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by
Grand Ronde Hospital. For more than a century, our goal has been to help you get better so you can get back in the game and on with life.
Grand Ronde Hospital, big city medicine with a hometown touch.
Tune into the Under the Hood Show, America's favorite car talk show, every Sunday morning from 9 to 11 on KLBM 1450 and KBKR 1490. The Under the Hood Show is sponsored by Shaw's Auto Body in LeGrand. Get your vehicle back to its original condition at Shaw's Auto Body in LeGrand. The Under the Hood Show every Sunday morning from 9 to 11 on Super Talk Radio, the talk of Eastern Oregon. KLBM 1450 and KBKR 1490.
American warfighters go into battle. If all goes well, they'll come home. But not everyone makes it all the way home. It's estimated that over 500,000 current warfighters will return from service diagnosed with PTSD. For over 45 years, Help Heal Veterans, a not-for-profit organization, has crafted a way to help returning veterans create their way back. Help us heal vets. To learn more, visit healvets.org. That's healvets.org.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care. I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Johnny Ballgame
Laga, my sweet little chuckleheads, and welcome to what we hope is your favorite sports talk radio program, airing here on Super Talk Radio, brought to you by Bench Warmers Pub and Grill. You can also catch on our website, JohnnyBallGameShow.com, or our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/Johnny Ballgame Show. Welcome. I'm Johnny. This is my show, The Johnny Ballgame Show, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 in the Pacific Time Zone PM. You can call us. You can email us. You can send us text messages. We'll get you all that info here in due time. But yes, certainly encourage you. We want you to be a part of these programs. Got a good Monday for you. It's buy or sell, as you know, every Monday. You make the statement, something you think or something you think won't happen in sports. You throw that my direction by emailing or texting me, and I will either buy or sell that. We always do that in hour number 2. Obviously, training camp, it's so choice. We are in high gear. This is officially preseason, week 1 on the calendar. So, yes, your favorite NFL team does have a preseason game at some point this week. I know my Seahawks kick off their schedule Thursday at home, hosting the Denver Broncos. And hold on a sec. I got to turn something off real quick in our Banner Bank studio. Just give me 4 seconds. Yeah, that's a lot better right there. Yeah. Anyway, Seahawks Broncos Thursday night from CenturyLink. We will air the game as we air every Seahawk game on our cluster, our family of networks, our sister station right across the hallway from me. Boomer Radio is your continued home for Seahawk football. Speaking of which, I have 2 tickets, really nice seats. If you have the means, I highly recommend. We will be giving these tickets away today on this show at 5:30. So tell your friends, tell whomever you would want to try to enter our contest to win 2 primo seats. I'm talking lower bowl. I'm talking right there in the, what would be the south end zone, kind of by the visiting tunnel. So when all the Broncos and whatever come out of the tunnel for that preseason game, great photo ops. Again, these are mega money seats. We're giving them away today at 5:30. You'll just simply call us, and we'll do some interview stuff or some trivia stuff over our Farmers Insurance hotline. As far as I know, that's how we're going to give them away. If you have a better suggestion, hey, man, you can let me know on that. But as far as I know now, we'll just turn it into kind of a trivia type of thing, giving away 2 Seahawk tickets today on the show at 5:30. So if you can't catch the entire program, I totally get it. Make sure you're back either online, YouTube, streaming, or on your good old-fashioned AM dial on Super Talk Radio, LeGrand, Baker City, catching that segment today at 5:30. I can't think that's it. I think let's kick this thing going. Like I said, we're in high gear, kicking it in for training camp. Can't wait to have everybody with us. Going to be a fun week. One more quick housekeeping item, and it hasn't really hit me yet. And hopefully if the ball game show is one of those things that you do, it's part of your routine, it's part of your week. I mean, I talk to folks who say like, oh, ball game, I work 9 to 5 and we turn you on at 3. So it's like the last 2 hours of work always seems to cruise for me, because once I know I can get to 3, I can get my ball game, and then all of a sudden it's 5 o'clock before I know it. That makes me feel awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I've worked those jobs where you find those little things to, hey, get me through a couple more hours type of situation. But it hasn't really hit me yet, dude. 1 week from today, I'm going to go on the air and I'm going to be live at Seattle Seahawk training camp headquarters, team headquarters, the VMAC. We're going to broadcast this show 1 week from today live from Seahawk training camp. We're hoping to get to interview several players on the team. We're hoping to get to interview coaches, media members, just whoever we can find, ex-players, all that good stuff. So it's going to be what I hope a historic program, historic episode, edition, whatever, of the Johnny Ball Game Show. So yes, we will be there next week. Let's get this thing started. Brought to you today, our top story by Knee High Enterprises in Baker City. Let's get this thing going. Obviously, training camp starting underway. We had Hall of Fame weekend. By the way, Ed Reed's Hall of Fame bust. That is the coolest looking bust I have ever seen, and I've seen all the busts. If you haven't seen it, Google Ed Reed Hall of Fame bust. It's stinking sweet, dude. Anyway, Hall of Fame weekend comes and goes. Seems like it's starting to heat up. Eastern Oregon's like you can finally feel kind of that August heat. Every time you go outside, if you don't have AC, and we're lucky with All Air, we have a combo unit, so we're cool in our station. But if you go outside, it just like hits you. It just grabs you. You're just like, oh, yeah, dude, it's hot. Yeah, dude, it's August. Wish I could have a swimming pool I could jump into right about now. But that's where we're going today. Not talking about swimming pools or whatnot, but just training camp and where we are in the moment. And this is a developing story. And this is something we talked about 2 years ago. And it was a developing story then. And we thought, you know what? It's not that big a deal. It'll work itself out. It'll be fine. It doesn't. First preseason game doesn't mean anything. Third preseason game, yeah, that's the dress rehearsal, but doesn't really mean anything. Week 1, yeah, this is kind of tough, but he'll be back. I'm talking about Andrew Luck. And there's another injury situation with Luck in Colts camp. And this isn't just for Colts fans. This is obviously fantasy owners, football fans. I mean, the league, trust me, wants Andrew Luck to be healthy moving forward at the tender age. Is he still 29? Yeah, of 29 years young. I mean, Andrew Luck's coming off a year where he threw for 4,539 teeters and might have had himself in the MVP conversation if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes. Andrew Luck's a guy who's led this league in touchdown passes before. When he was 25, he threw 40 and 4,700 that year back in 2014. But he has battled injuries. In 2015, he only started 7 games. In 2017, he missed the entire season. Last year, fortunately, he played all 16 games. Colts went 10-6, won a playoff game. But this could be, 2 out of the last 3 seasons, 3 out of the last 4 seasons. 3 out of the last 5 seasons where Andrew Luck has had some issues with injury. Now, look, fortunately, it's not a shoulder. It's not a knee. It's a calf injury. But folks are starting to get frustrated around Andrew Luck because they're saying now that this left calf strain will sideline him for most of training camp. Andrew Luck has not practiced yet this season due to what they call as a left calf strain. That must be one heck of a calf strain, right? You can't practice at all. And all of a sudden they're saying, hey, his week 1 status is up in the air. Andrew Luck might not go week 1. Well, if it is, you can scratch them off then, the list of teams that can contend in the AFC. And I like Jacoby Brissett, their backup. Now, according to the Indianapolis Star, big newspaper there in Indianapolis, they said that Andrew Luck took part in 1 training camp practice, and then he decided to shut himself down at least through Thursday's preseason opener. So he went through 1 practice and said, no, okay, I'm not playing on this until we finish our first preseason game, which is usually after 2 weeks after training camp starts. And this is Andrew Luck. And again, he knows his body. I totally understand this. If I'm Frank Reich, if I'm Chris Ballard, their GM, if I'm Jim Irsay, the owner, I'm saying, yeah, Andrew, you tell us. Yep, you tell us. I mean, we had to do this before, 2 years ago. I mean, the Colts, he didn't play a game. He missed the 2017 season. Jacoby Brissett played the whole thing. And here he is now like, going into the season with Andrew Luck on a question mark on his jersey. Not a number 12, a big fat question mark. I mean, you're talking one of the great quarterbacks in the league in Andrew Luck, no question, right? Especially you fantasy geeks, and I'm one of you. If you're looking for a fantasy quarterback and you're not going way too early, taking Mahomes in the first round or something, if you're ready to take a fantasy quarterback and Andrew Luck is there, you're taking him. That's all you needed to see. Okay, I'm done. You're happy as heck to draft Andrew Luck onto your team. 6'4", 240, runs fairly well. You just know he's going to put the time in. Very gifted player. I mean, Andrew Luck, he's a John Elway type of project. People loved him coming out. Problem is unfortunately for Andrew Luck, he has not been able to stay healthy. And you look at his contract coming up, they owe him a ton of money, and good for them. I'd pay him too. But it's a tough situation there if Andrew Luck can't stay healthy. Tom Brady turned 42 over this weekend. He's still going. He's in camp. He's now, thanks to a pay bump, he's only the 6th highest paid quarterback in the league. I want to talk about that deal too this hour. Ballgame Show, Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. How the Patriots have been able to get away with Tom Brady being like the one guy at the one position that's like, I'll take whatever. Yeah, I just want to help the team, all this stuff, like saying the company line more than anybody. I don't know. Just whatever we got to do. Yeah, my wife makes a lot, so we're comfortable. Like, what the heck, man? I don't know. Are you out there? Like, obviously not in a football sense, but does your wife make, let's just say, 2 to 3 times what you make? Does she? And if so, hey, awesome. Well done. But if that's the case, are you willing to give away some salary at your work to make sure that the company runs more smoothly? Are you willing to do that? Or maybe you're not as anxious to move up through management. You're not as anxious to ask for a raise or to pout for a raise or whatever the case may be for a raise because, wife makes 2 to 3 times what I make. Is that your life? I don't know. Apparently, it's Tom Brady's. It's a fishy situation, but sure. So, heck yeah, man. Pay attention to this. Jot this story down for one of those one of those training camp situations to keep an eye on. My boy Bushy, always fun on the Northwest Furniture and Mattress text line. He's right on this. Bushy texted the show, Johnny, is Andrew Luck's calf strain one of those Kevin Durant calf strains? And I say that with this. We all saw kind of after the fact Kevin Durant's quotations calf strain. No, it was an Achilles, whether it was ruptured, whether it was stretched, whether it was strained, it was ready to pop. And Kevin Durant put pressure on it. He played, he tried to tough it out, and he tore it. Richard Sherman had the same deal with his Achilles. If you look at the last play Richard Sherman ever had in Seattle, Richard Sherman was saying, look, he could have shut himself down throughout the season. He knew he had an Achilles injury, and he knew at one point there was a pretty good chance his Achilles was going to pop. And Richard Sherman said on that Thursday night in Arizona when they were wearing the ugly green uniforms, I remember it like yesterday. Richard Sherman said when he was, guarding Larry Fitzgerald on a play, Achilles popped, and he said, dang it, I knew. Okay, I knew I was playing with fire. I knew I was standing right next to it, right next to the heat, and at some point, I might get burned a little bit. That's kind of what Richard Sherman said, not directly in that analogy, but he said he knew it was probably going to come if anything happened. And Durant, kind of the same thing. And my boy Bushy brings up a good point there. Now, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about an Achilles, but could you imagine if, in fact, that is the case? You're playing week 1, week 2, whenever it is. Andrew looks back there, and all of a sudden, he keels over. He grabs his back heel, starts looking around. Yeah, and you're saying, okay, that Bushy guy, he's not right on a lot, but maybe he hit on this. Maybe it is an Achilles. And I don't know how it happened or whatever. I don't remember how Richard Sherman's happened. And it could have been just any type of workout. People tear their Achilles sometimes, as crazy as this sounds, like mowing the lawn or jumping up in the garage to get a bucket off a shelf. Like the Achilles tendon can tear. And again, not even close to a doctor here. The only reason I hear about this stuff is through sports. But it can tear in a lot of different ways. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be a very interesting situation? Text me 541-962-7700 on our Northwest Furniture and Mattress text line, and emails as always, JohnnyBallGameShow@gmail.com. Keep those coming. Some good stuff. Yeah, I kind of want to get to the Brady deal a little bit. I'm going to take a different angle on it because everybody's talking about the Brady deal. So I get it. I don't want you to turn into the ball game show and just get a regurgitated ESPN or a regurgitated Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, Golick and Wingo, whatever the heck sports show, Jim Rome. I don't want to regurgitate. I want you to get to the ball game show and be like, oh, I want to hear ball game's take on this, because no other show can do that. So I have an interesting, maybe you've heard it in other senses, but an interesting take on the Brady situation and how the Patriots and Tom Brady have been able to have this relationship over the years where they're able to do and they're able to get away with something that other teams just haven't seemed to be able to get away with. So we'll keep you posted on that stuff. Again, keep with the emails, text messages coming. I got a couple more here. Hopefully we can get to on the other side of the break. Thoughts on the Tom Brady extension? And again, it's voidable. It's like the craziest deal ever. Like if they don't want to pay him next year, they don't have to pay him. Like they can void it. There's these weird stipulations in this weird contract, but they did give him a raise, which is crazy because at $23 million this year, there's 6 quarterbacks with bonuses and everything included that are making more than Tom Brady. But before he got that $8 million bump, it was crazy to see the list of dudes who are going to make more money than Tom Brady this year, including Jimmy Garoppolo, his former backup, who's hardly even played, make more than him. Crazy deal. I'm ready for camp. Obviously, I'm ready for more preseason games. I'm ready for fantasy football drafts. I'm ready for college football to get going. I was talking with EOU head coach Tim Camp. Today, we're going to get him on this week before their training camp begins on August 11th. EOU set to get this thing going. I'm ready, dude. Football season on an August 5th Monday. Pumped that you guys are with us. Your Knee-High Enterprises top story. New doors, new windows, garage door units, banners, signs, awnings. You know it, you name it. Knee-High Enterprises sells it, and they will install for you as well. Big enough for the big jobs, but small enough to care. Ball game show.
If you play the TV too loudly, or if listening in some situations has become difficult, you are needed to participate in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hi, this is Matt with My Hearing Centers. We're seeking 20 people with problems hearing to evaluate Stiletto Connect. It's a new 100% digital hearing aid now being released. To participate, you need to call 541-663-4451. Again, we're looking for 20 people with problems hearing and understanding to take part in from this special program. You'll wear and use this 100% digital, discreet, and completely rechargeable hearing device that has been proven to help you hear better in virtually every situation, completely risk-free for 30 days. What are you waiting for? The call is free, the consultation is free, and the 30-day challenge is risk-free. Call My Hearing Centers today. My Hearing Centers, your local hearing aid specialists, just off of Cove Avenue, across the street from the fire station. Call today and schedule a free hearing evaluation and take the 30-day challenge. Call 541-663-4451. That's 541-663-4451.
There are many reasons people need a storage unit. They're downsizing, renovating, turning the man cave into a nursery, or even having to move back in with your parents. No matter the reason, call Ranch and Home Realty. With more than 5 locations in La Grande, you can get the storage you need right now. How soon do you need storage? Call Ranch and Home Realty for immediate available storage units that are easy to access and are easy on your wallet. Ranch and Home Realty storage units, because there's always room at the ranch.
Johnny Ballgame here, talking about my team at All Air HVAC. I love those guys. Look, it gets hot in my studio during the summer. We've tried all types of AC units, from ones that hang out of the window to your basic house fan. Shocker, they didn't get the job done. Then I got my boss to call All Air HVAC, and they installed an entire unit. Now we're cool in the summer and toasty in the winter. And the team at All Air HVAC were total pros also. Heating and cooling systems for residential and commercial. All Air HVAC, take my word for it.
Un lugar para divertirse y minar deportes de verdad es Benchwarmers Pub and Grill en La Grande, Oregón. Tienen hamburguesas, papas fritas, alas de pollo y todas diferentes canastas de comida aquí en Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Los deportes que tienen en todas las pantallas es lo mejor que he visto aquí en toda la ciudad de La Grande en Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Benchwarmers Pub and Grill en La Grande, Oregón.
Ride the blue wind high and free. She'll lead you down through misery. Leave you low come time to go. Long and low as low can be.
Little Wasteland Kings here on this episode of the Johnny Ballgame Show, brought to you by Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Get to Benchies, air-conditioned, wonderful menu, cold beverages, great atmosphere. Hey, we'll see you at Benchies. Again, this is one of the big mysteries, conundrums, whatever the heck, question marks, like how the Patriots have been able to get away with never making Tom Brady the highest paid player at his position in the league, let alone just the highest paid player in the league. He's never been either. He's never been the highest paid quarterback. Obviously, he's never been the highest paid player, and that's going to continue. He will never have that as far as he retires. He's never going to have that next to him, that Peyton Manning has had, and I'm sure Brett Favre and whatever. Never been the highest paid player in the league. And kind of what's going on with this is, he takes less because he wants to be able to give more money to get that extra pass rusher, to get him a help at wide receiver or depth at running back or an O-line or whatever the case may be. There's a safety that's a free agent that they want. And Brady's always said, hey, don't worry about me taking that big a chunk off our salary cap. I got this. And the big story over the weekend was that the Patriots were able to extend Tom Brady's contract, because that was kind of a story. I mean, just kind of all like, so you're not going to give Brady an extension, so this is it for Tom Brady. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year? What, you're going to use your franchise tag on a 43-year-old quarterback in the summer? Like, that's very un-New England-like. New England doesn't ever really use their franchise tag. New England just tries to find guys who want to come and sign up for kind of the Patriot way. Belichick and his staff, the best that's ever done it, they coach them up. They come up with these game plans, these schemes that outsmart, oh my gosh, even the geniuses like Sean McVay. I mean, I'm sorry, that I said this after the Super Bowl last year, but my biggest takeaway from last year's Patriots over Rams Super Bowl was get my hands, let me take a look at that Bill Belichick game plan. That needs to go to Canton, Ohio. He took a team that had essentially the best offense in the league in the LA Rams, and Belichick took a team and didn't let them in the red zone, not let the end zone, the red zone. And Belichick's just been able to do that, even when he was a coordinator going back to the Giants. That game plan he had against Jim Kelly in Super Bowl 25, legendary. But the Patriots have just always been able to, you know what, go in the clearance section, go in the bargain bin, and still get players that have been able to still have, as Bill Parcells would have said, gas left in the tank. And Belichick learned a lot from Parcells. Don't get me wrong. Belichick's on a much, they're not even comparable anymore for me. But Bill Belichick did learn a lot from Parcells, one of which was, you know what, every now and then you can find that player who's in his early to mid-30s, who's still hungry, who will take less, but still has gas in their tank. Rodney Harrison comes to mind, right? Guys like that. And it's worked for him. You know, get smart players who buy in, who get the scheme, who can go out and execute it. And I've never seen anything like it in a 20-year period, like in my life, that's been dedicated to sports. I've never seen anything like this. And part of it, sure, well, you got a quarterback who's arguably the best at his position, but maybe the best ever in the sport. And he's not a diva. And he has no ego. And he follows suit. 10 hut, the whole army standing firm, including the quarterback. He's getting his hair buzzed just like the rookie coming in from college on a $1,500 signing bonus. And you have Tom Brady right there, forward march. And it's worked for him. And you have this contract that Brady has signed. It's a 2-year, $70 million extension. So that's 2020 and 2021. The next 2 years, okay? This is from Ian Rappaport, NFL.com. But the deal also includes a salary bump for this year. Brady was scheduled to make $15 million this year. And I still scratch my head at that. Like, wait, what? 15? I mean, you got Julio Jones arguing about his salary. He needs to make over 20, and Brady's playing for 15? Like, what? Are you serious? So now they bumped him up. Now they bumped him up to $23 million. And at least you can say, well, he's not quite making as much as Nick Foles, but he's up there. And I'm not joking with that. Yeah, Nick Foles is making more money than Brady this year in Jacksonville. So was Big Ben. So was Russell. So was Kirk Cousins in Minnesota. If you include all the bonuses and everything, so is Kyler Murray, who hasn't taken a snap yet. Yeah, he's making more than Brady, too, because they gave him like all his bonus money up front. A weird situation type of deal. So, yeah, he's making, at least you can say he's making $23 million this year. So, yeah, he's making almost Nick Foles money. He's making a little more than Matthew Stafford. Okay, a little more Matt Ryan, yeah. And he's been able to do this. And it's a huge part, obviously, to how successful the Patriots have been able to be. I mean, it's a huge factor there that you have a non-prima donna, non-ego quarterback who could have the biggest and baddest and whatever, and you'd have to put up with it, and you wouldn't mind putting up with it. Brady was going to make $15 million this year in his 20th year when everybody's getting paid now? Like, I saw that, I read that, I was like, gosh, he's making everybody look bad. And if you're a Patriot fan, dude, you love it so much. Right? I mean, if you're a Patriot fan, it's just one big, you're driving in your car right now saying, Haga-laga! You're just Haga-laga. Hell yeah. We have Tom Brady, and yeah, we have some extra money kicking around. Let's go ahead and give Brady an $8 million pay increase. Just to bump him up so he can say he's almost making as much as Nick Foles. Just so you can say, well, he's making, a little more than his former backup, Jimmy Garoppolo, who was scheduled to make more than him this year. Garoppolo? Yeah, I already got my boy Jeff texting the show. Go Pats. Yep. Like, they just make everybody else look bad with this. And, maybe it is because, his wife, as well documented, makes far more than he does. About 2.5, 3 times his salary. If Brady's around 20, she's around 70. And okay, they're able to, make that work. And I'm sure she complains about her hubby's contract to her girlfriends when they're having wine. Oh, yeah, my husband, I paid more in taxes last year than he made, but whatevs. Oh, Giselle, you're so funny. I'm sure she does. Okay, great. But gosh, they've been able to make this happen. Let me just throw this your direction. And Patriot fans are just going to say, of course. Yeah, of course. Has to be some hate. I'm not saying I have any, let me throw this out there. Say you heard a story 5-10 years down the road that you found out that the Patriots were illegally laundering money to Tom Brady. That the Patriots were caught illegally paying Tom Brady under the table. Say you heard that. Would the first thing you heard, would the first thing that pops into your mind be, no, never, not the Patriots. No, that's impossible. No, like Luke Skywalker after Darth Vader said, Luke, I am your father. Like, no, that's not possible. Yeah, no, dude, hell no. No, Dad, no. You'd be like that? I mean, if you heard, there's this scandal. Patriots, even 10 years from now. Tom Brady's salary? You didn't hear? Okay, yeah. The Patriots were caught, let's say, investing, $72 million in a 3-year period to the TB12 Inc., Tom Brady's corporation, or to something involving maybe his wife. Maybe Gisele Bundchen had some type of modeling. I don't know that industry very well. But Gisele had some type of modeling business that she had started. And you found out that the Kraft family or someone involved with Robert or Jonathan Kraft gave Gisele Bundchen $79 million as an investment. If you heard that, you'd be like, oh, those sons of the stinking Patriots. I mean, you've heard about other stuff. And I'm not barking up this tree. Jeff, don't turn your radio off on me. Like the one Patriot guy that actually listens to this crap. I'm just saying, if you heard that, like, ooh, yeah, there's some suspicions, that the Patriots were somehow, some way, they were funneling this money under the table to either one of Brady's corporations or one of his wife's corporations. Wait a minute, Slippy, Sloppy, Samsonite. You'd probably be like, okay. I don't think you'd be like Luke Skywalker in Bespin hanging off the thing where Vader's like, and I'm sorry, Star Wars spoilers. Oh, dude, you deserve this if you didn't know that. But and Vader says, Luke, no, I am your father, dude. It's me. Luke's face is like, no. Like, he's not even buying it for a second. He can't. You're telling me that's how Patriot fans, or that's how anybody would think if they heard, oh yeah, you know what, Robert Kraft got caught, laundering this money into a Brady's direction, and we've traced the tracks of it, and yeah, that money came from one of Robert Kraft's businesses, and it went to one of Tom Brady or Giselle's businesses, and it was an amount of about $87 million in the course of a 4-year period. So if you have that money combined with Brady's, oh my God, my hometown $15 million bargain basement discount, that explains a lot. Anyway, that's my take on this contract. I mean, I'm driving yesterday. I'm hearing all this stuff about the contract. And I'm not questioning, oh my God, the Patriots extended Brady. Whoa, breaking news. Geez, Brady's not going to play for another team next year. Oh my God, that's not a story. To me, the story was, wait, Brady was only making $15 million this year? That's it? Like, wait, what? Nick Foles? Who, by the way, is still making more than Brady. But Nick Foles' salary is crushing Brady's? Like, that was my story. Like, and then you're just thinking, God, why? Just because Honey Doll, just because Baby Sweets makes all that, your market value doesn't mean anything to you? Again, I know a lot of dudes where their missus makes a lot more money than them, but they're still trying to get theirs too. They're not saying, well, yeah, I don't even care. Yeah, I make way below I should. My boss screws me over with my salary, but, hey, Baby Doll makes a lot of money, so I don't even care. No. Again, I don't know what's going, or maybe that's just the case, and that's probably the case, right? That this is just the case. And that's why another reason the Patriots are the best 20-year run of any team I've ever seen in any sport in my lifetime. I mean, you got to go back, and if you're old enough, good for you, you're still pumping. But you got to go back to, like, the Yankees of, like, Joe DiMaggio to Yogi Berra to Mickey Mantle to find a run like this. You do. And back then in baseball, there was, 8 teams in the American League? 10 teams? That's it? There were no playoffs? If you won the American League, you went to the World Series? No West Coast travel? No night games then? There's a lot of things about that era. Okay, cool. But you got to go back then to find like a dynasty that we've seen. And the football and the NFL is structured to eliminate this with the salary cap. They want every team to go 8-8. But, yeah, that's... your guess is as good as mine. And we're probably all saying this like, yeah, we want that. We do, right? You know how, I mean, I would have the biggest grin I've ever had probably since I first did that, right? Yes. Probably since that night for me. But I'd have the biggest grin I've ever had if I'm driving in my car and I hear a sports bulletin, or I look to my phone and it says, Robert Kraft, New England Patriots busted for illegally paying Tom Brady under the table for a 6-year period. Gosh, man. We would, if you're not a huge Patriot honk, you would love that story. So maybe it's all wishful thinking. And he really does just, hey, I don't need to make that much. I want to be playing in, what is it now? Oh my God, what is it? 11 straight conference championship games. Is it there now? Or is it 10? He's been to the AFC title game for a decade straight, man. Maybe it's just that. 963-4122. Call me on the Farmers Insurance Hotline. What's your take? Am I making any sense with this? Or do you just want to call and slap me in the face over the phone line? 541-963-4122. Let me just ask, would you be shocked if you heard that in 5-10 years, whenever, 5-10 months, whenever? Would you be shocked if at some point you hear that somehow, some way, the Patriots were caught paying Tom Brady under the table? That would not be the first time that's happened. Go back and Google Minnesota Timberwolves Joe Smith. The Minnesota Timberwolves got caught doing that 10, 15 years ago, and they got fined, and they got busted big time. Did they get a first-round pick taken away that year? Millions upon millions of dollars in fines, too? That's happened before. Because in a salary cap, hey, just hush, hush, we'll pay, we'll do this for you. You know, we'll put all this money, we'll donate it to your foundation, and then you just keep it. Or you'll come up with a business. You know, you'll come up with an ice cream shop. And over the next 20 years, we will spend $20 million at that ice cream shop. Just funnel it through then. Don't think that, these are smart dudes, man. I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked. It wouldn't be like Luke learning the news from Vader. Another weird thing about this too, and I'll get off it. But the Patriots, the whole thing is, hey, Tom takes less, so everybody else will get more. Aww. But if you look at the salary caps this year, and I do, overthecap.com, the Patriots' 3 highest paid players are Tom Brady, number 1, Devin McCourty, number 2. He's at $13 million this year, and Dante Hightower is at $11 million. Other than that, you got to go to Stephon Gilmore, who's making $9 million. What I'm trying to say is the Patriots have 3 players on their roster that are making more than $10 million. Only 3. Now, for example, I just clicked on a random team, and I hope it doesn't make me look bad. I'm looking at the Eagles right now. And essentially, the Eagles have 5 players making over $10 million. The Patriots, 3. How about, let's go to a team, let's just go to the Detroit Lions. They stink. The Lions have, kind of the same as the Patriots, 3, 4, okay. So maybe I am wrong on that. But it just doesn't seem like what they tell Brady, hey, don't worry, take less, because we're going to hook up all your homeboys. Everybody's going to get paid. And I look at the salary breakdown of the Patriots, and it doesn't look any different than anybody else's. Like, what do you mean all these guys are getting paid? As far as I know, the Patriots grab dudes at the end of their career in many cases on the cheap. I mean, Patrick Chung is still their starting safety, Oregon Ducks, making $4.4. James White, $4 million. Julian Edelman, $6 million this year. 6. Anyway, just saying, Gronk's money, he's off the books. Did they go get a big-time tight end and spend that Gronk money on a replacement? No, not to worry. We'll go get Ben Watson. We'll bring him back. Yeah, he's old enough. He might still have a little bit of gas in the tank. A guy like Demaryius Thomas, who's on is it Achilles or an ACL injury, former Denver Bronco wide receiver. They got Darius Thomas on the clearance rack this year. Nobody wanted him. And it might take him a while to come back or whatever, but it costs what? What are they paying him? $2.9 for DT? If he can play this year, look out. Yeah, those stinking Patriots. Go swing by Northwest Furniture and Mattress, recliners, mattresses, sofas, you name it, they're going to carry it. Many different fabrics and color and pattern options as well. I've talked to Sean Daggett extensively about what he wants to do with his store, with their family business, and how they want to give back to the community and make sure that they get the right prices and the right merchandise, and they do. So if you're in the furniture game, or next time you are a part of the furniture game, remember Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Johnny Ballgame Show, Benchies.
It's time now for your local weather forecast. In LeGrand tonight, partly cloudy skies, low near 60 degrees. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies early, giving way to cloudier conditions later, and a high near 95. In Baker City tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees, and for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by
Grand Ronde Hospital. Thank you for placing your health in our hands and giving us the opportunity to serve you.
Grand Ronde Hospital, Big City Medicine. The Claudson Sew & Soak Free Accessory Fair event is going on now. Get relaxation and free hot tub accessories, like the safety and style of a convenience step with the purchase of a Fantasy or Hot Spot Spa, valued at $299, free. Or a cover lifter with the purchase of a High Life or Limelight, valued at $599, free. Enjoy headache-free delivery, setup, maintenance, and service. Time to relax on your terms. That's the Tub Life. Don't miss the Claudson Sew & Soak Free Accessory Fair event, now through August 5th.
I've been looking forward to this all day. My recliner.
What's wrong?
Someone's gonna have to look at this. Where'd we buy this?
Oh, honey, we bought it online.
Oh, man. We got what we paid for. I'll be on hold with a call center and wait weeks for a repair.
I'm done with online deals that aren't really deals. My man works hard and deserves better. We're going to the home of quality furnishings and local service. Northwest Furniture and Mattress in LeGrand.
Can't park in your own garage and your closets are full? Anchor Mini Storage in Baker City has the solution. Anchor Mini Storage is monster-sized units. 10 by 25s, 30s, and 35s, and on-site manager quarters. You get greater security and service. Anchor your things down with 24/7 access, coded entry, security cameras, and more. Anchor Mini Storage in U-Haul in Baker City. Just off 14th and Campbell, call 523-1688. That's 523-1688.
Today, you ate Greek yogurt. You took the train. You wondered why people spend so much time reading celebrity blogs. You read a celebrity blog. You planned a workout. You skipped it. You did all the things that one normally does the day before a devastating earthquake shakes the community to the ground. You never know when the day before is the day before. Prepare for tomorrow at ready.gov/today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Russell takes a high snap, hands it off. Chris Carson pounds his way in. Touchdown, Seahawks!
12's football is back as the Seahawks kick off the 2019 preseason versus the Denver Broncos. Hi, this is Steve Rabel. Join me this Thursday night. Pregame at 5, kickoff at 7, right here on the Seahawks Radio Network.
Seahawk football on Boomer Radio. KKBC 95.3 FM in Baker City. KRJT 105.9 FM in LeGrand. Go Hawks.
Hey there, it's Lars Larson. Join me weekday afternoons on Super Talk Radio for the Lars Larson Show. We talk about the issues that matter most in Oregon. I urge my listeners in Union and Baker counties to continue to weigh in. Let's make the show a conversation. So join me on the Lars Larson Show weekday afternoons on Super Talk 1450 and 1490 AM, brought to you in part by Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned, managed, and most trusted, celebrating over 40 years in Eastern Oregon.
Welcome back, sports fans. Super Talk Radio broadcasting from the Banner Bank studio. Better ideas, better banking. Banner Bank member FDIC. Appreciate everybody with us. Hour number 2, I'm going to bring my producer onto the show, Doddsy Boy, because Mariners Padres, I believe, start a series. Honestly, I have not watched a Mariner game in a while, a month-ish. I mean, I've had them on, but I promise you I wasn't paying attention. But they're playing Dodds is a Padres fan. I'm a Mariner fan. And we're going to put something at stake. Like, you tell me, you help me. We want to do better than money, obviously. Give me a sports bet that you've made with a buddy of yours and the loser had to do this or that. Give me some good ammunition. Maybe I'll use yours. Now, I have a list of mine, And I honestly think that on my list, you're not going to beat me. I got some good stuff. But I might take yours as well. Just let me know. I'll tell you this. For the NBA, let me jump over just a quick second. Next year, when we find the schedule out actually here in a couple of weeks, for the Portland Trailblazer schedule. And now, my deal with the Blazers as an affiliate, it's pretty cool. I give them a list of the games, the tickets I want. And I get 4 tickets to each game they give me tickets to typically. And usually we get tickets. There's 41 home games. Usually we get tickets to 23 to 28 games. So over half the home schedule, I have 4 tickets to. We give them away on this show. We give them away on our sister station shows on 98.7 The Ranch or Boomer Radio, or with my boy Cliff in the morning on Tradio and Morning Buzz. We take them to events. We give them to clients. It's just nice to have. Blazer tickets, and this year they're going to be big, as you know, very big, you'd think, with the season they're going to have. There is a game, though. There is a game now that I will request, and there is a game now that I can promise you I will want to attend. If not in the stands, certainly with a press pass. And I'm talking about in kind of an odd way, but I'm going to want to see next year Portland Trailblazers hosting the Atlanta Hawks, okay? Well, why the Hawks, Johnny? Why do you want to see the Hawks come to town? Well, because as of news just an hour ago or so, Adrian Wojnarowski pointing out that the Portland Trailblazers, the Atlanta Hawks have agreed to a 1-year contract with 42-year-old Vince Carter to return to Atlanta for his final NBA season. Vince Carter is playing 1 more year with the Atlanta Hawks. And these are things that you just don't appreciate until you get to be around 40, right? I never appreciated this. When I was 10 years old and Ken Griffey Sr. was playing with Ken Griffey Jr., I didn't get it. I didn't appreciate it. It didn't matter anything to me. I didn't know any better. I didn't have any frame of reference. I hadn't done anything with my life. I was just a kid. I didn't get it. And now I look at it and I say, oh my gosh, if there was ever a father and son teammate story, that'd be the coolest story in baseball. That'd be the best thing in baseball if that ever happened, right? Oh, sweet. But when you get older, you just learn so much. I mean, whoever said it, I don't know if it was Churchill or whoever, but youth is wasted on the young was right on when they said that. Gosh, what I would do to go back and give me another run in my 20s. I'd love that. And I'm the most immature guy I know. Anyway, Vince Carter will return this year. He will play in the NBA. He was a rookie in 1999. This will be an NBA record, 22 seasons in the league. That's badass, man, right? Vince Carter is going to have a 22-year NBA career, and you're going to be able to play the game like, hey, who did Vince Carter play with? Who did Vince Carter play against? That's going to be a fun game to play. I mean, I can look at Vince Carter's rookie year in the league. Check this out. Do you know Vince Carter was a teammate of Kevin Willis, who also played into his 40s? You know, Vince Carter was a teammate of Charles Oakley, of Muggsy Bogues, of D. Brown, Doug Christie. Like, you can look at the guys in the league when Vince came in. That 98-99 strike season. That was his first year. I remember I was living in Santa Barbara, California, flunking out of community college when Vinsanity hit, when half man, half amazing was coined. Vince Carter basically began his NBA career before the stinking internet. What were you doing on the net in 99? What? You've got mail. You know, getting those discs in the mail of AOL and hooking them in. You didn't have email. You know, there was no broadband. There was no DSL. What the hell? Nobody had a cell phone yet. Vince Carter was in the league really before anybody. I mean, but the internet wasn't even really a thing. It was, but in '99, we had the internet. We had a personal home computer. Me and my buddies, when we were living in Santa Barbara, you had to get on AOL, and it was just whatevs. That's when Vince Carter came into the league. And I'll say this. Few players in my lifetime have taken over the league as a rookie the way Vince Carter did. Which is why, again, the only time the Hawks come to Portland this year, I want to be there. And I want to stand up and I want to applaud Vince Carter at a 22-year NBA career. And I know Rip City, he's going to get the loudest ovation that's not Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum most likely all night. When Vince Carter checks into the game the final time in Portland, it's going to be a standing ovation in Moda Center. That's just how Blazer fan is. Blazer fans just get the moment, which I love that about our fan base. We get stuff like that. I mean, I always use this as a point for the Portland fan. When Dwayne Wade in his farewell tour came to Portland last year, he was on the free throw line. Dwayne Wade was in a Miami Heat uniform in Portland, and the crowd was chanting MVP. Like, that's real. I'd never seen that on a farewell tour. If Vince Carter gets to the free throw line, they'll probably do that for Vince. And I'll tell you this, I hope he makes the All-Star team in the same fashion that Wade and Dirk made it last season. I hope they give him the farewell tour. I just look, like as if, look, when Kawhi Leonard goes back to Toronto for the one and only time, that's going to be a mega scene for Jurassic Park next year. But the last time Vince Carter goes back there, that should be a big scene too. Vince Carter put the Toronto Raptors on the map. Coming into the league before the internet, pretty much, you had to go home and turn on SportsCenter to get to see the nasty Vince Carter dunk. Anyway, don't forget August 8th and August 10th. Big events coming to Baker City. The Truck and Tractor Pull on August 8th. And Saturday, August 10th, the Demolition Derby, both at the Baker City Fairgrounds. Visit HanesStampede.com for the details. Here's the news.
From the Banner Bank Studio, the talk of Eastern Oregon, Super Talk Radio, KLBM La Grande, KBKR Baker City.
Death toll climbs, pipe bomb sentence. I'm Ann Cates. As the death toll climbs to 31 in back-to-back massacres, top Democrats are calling on the Senate to head back to Washington to approve background check legislation.
In a joint statement, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer say it is long past time for Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to take up a House-passed bill on universal background checks, following the two mass shootings in El Paso, Texas and Dayton, Ohio over the weekend. Speaker Pelosi and Senator Schumer say Leader McConnell has called himself, quoting here, the Grim Reaper, and refuses to act on bipartisan legislation. The statement goes on to say, it is incumbent upon the Senate to come back into session to pass this legislation immediately. Presently, the Senate is out of town until early September. Linda Kenyon, Capitol Hill.
Cesar Sayoc, who sent mail bombs to prominent Democrats, has been sentenced.
The prosecutor wanted Sayoc put behind bars for life, but his defense said the man who lived out of a van covered in pro-Trump paraphernalia had an obsession with the president that was made worse by the heavy use of steroids. The judge felt that the 57-year-old from West Palm Beach built homemade devices that weren't intended to detonate. They were packed with gunpowder from fireworks and shards of glass. Sayoc was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He sent 16 devices to 13 people, including Hillary Clinton, President Obama, Vice President Biden, and Robert De Niro. Steve Kastenbaum, New York.
Wall Street has tumbled as the trade war between the U.S. and China intensifies. Correspondent Allison Cossack.
The sell-off we saw today happened because of concern that an already protracted trade battle is getting even longer, especially when the expectation from Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin was that a deal was going to happen by the end of the summer. Well, now a deal may not happen even this year.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 767 points. I'm Ann Cates.
It's a horrible scenario, but it happens. Dennis writes about his wife. She was diagnosed with leukemia. In fact, she's a 2-time survivor. And in the midst of all that, they ran up over $1 million in medical bills. Thankfully, they're MediShare members. And Dennis says they are so thankful for that, how others came together to meet their needs. And that's how so many MediShare members feel. This is not health insurance. It's different. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. And like Dennis found out, it just works. So if you join MediShare, not only do you save a lot of money, the typical family saves about $500 a month, but you know where your money's going each month. You're helping people, and if the time should come, they'll be helping and even praying for you. So yes, it's different, and as more than 400,000 people now know when it comes to healthcare costs, different is beautiful. Find out more. Call 844-91-BIBLE. That's 844-91-BIBLE. 844-91.
It's time now for your local weather forecast. In LeGrand tonight, partly cloudy skies, low near 60 degrees. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies early, giving way to cloudier conditions later, and a high near 95. In Baker City tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees, and for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by LeGrand Gold and Silver, family owned and managed for over 35 years. Your trusted local experts for fine jewelry and precious metals. Shop LeGrand Gold and Silver's full line of quality jewelry, gifts, and coins, and find the perfect gift that will be cherished for a lifetime.
If you play the TV too loudly, or if listening in some situations has become difficult, you are needed to participate in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hi, this is Matt with My Hearing Centers. We're seeking 20 people with problems hearing to evaluate Stiletto Connect. It's a new 100% digital hearing aid now being released. To participate, you need to call 541-663-4451. Again, we're looking for 20 people with problems hearing and understanding to take part in this special program. You'll wear and use this 100% digital, discreet, and completely rechargeable hearing device that has been proven to help you hear better in virtually every situation, completely risk-free for 30 days. What are you waiting for? The call is free, the consultation is free, and the 30-day challenge is risk-free. Call My Hearing Centers today. My Hearing Centers, your local hearing aid specialists, just off of Cove Avenue, across the street from the fire station. Call today and schedule a free hearing evaluation and take the 30-day challenge. Call 541-663-4451. That's 541-663-4451.
Boomer Radio in Union and Baker Counties is once again your home for Seattle Seahawks football. With legendary broadcaster Steve Rabel on the call, Seahawk games on the radio are can't-miss action. Every touchdown, every sack. Boomer Radio, 105.9 FM in LeGrand and 95.3 in Baker City. Seattle Seahawks football, one of the premier teams in the NFL. For an opportunity to broadcast your business's commercials during Hawks football, call Pacific Empire Radio at 963-4121.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care. I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Johnny Ballgame Show.
Appreciate everybody hanging out with us on the Johnny Ballgame Show, brought to you by Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Hour number 2. We're going to get after it today. Buy or sell coming up next. I have 4 in already. Let's get 4 or 5 more, and we're good for a buy or sell. So if you're listening to this show and you haven't buy or sold me yet, come on, email me, johnnyballgameshow@gmail.com, or text it in real quick at 541-962-7700. You make the statement, ask me if I'm going to buy or sell it. Pretty easy. It's all brought to you by Rock & Sons, and we will do that this hour. Also, got a couple of funny bets in on here. I'm also looking for you guys. I know I'm making you do work today, not just tuning into this show at the construction site, at work, wherever you may be, in your car, whatever you're doing. Give me something cool that maybe, or something fun that you and your buddy have gambled on before, or you've put up at stake. Like, not just money, but like the loser has to do this. Something kind of fun. You know, wear a jersey of a team that they hate. put a bumper sticker of a political figure or sports team that they hate on the back of their car and drive around with it for a month, whatever the case is. Give me something fun that you and your buddy have done at some point, because me and my producer, my boy Dodds, we're betting on the Mariner-Padres game that we'll get to a little later on our later version of our LeGrand Stereo and Music Games of the Night. So anything you want to share to over the air, we'll obviously listen to you on our Farmers Insurance Hotline. That's 541-963-4122, okay? Not 4121, 963-4122. That will get you in right to the show. We'll pick it up, and we'll talk to you. And anything cool or fun that you think we should wager on, put at stake, then you let us know on that. What else we got? It's kind of where we are this hour. And I got some doozies, dude. I have some things that if I can get Doddsy to agree on some of this stuff, or at least one thing, oh man, I'm going to be rooting for the Mariners like it's 1995 or something. And Griffey's playing, and Edgar's behind him. Some Vince Carter stats. Check this out. Goss Motors inbox. Johnny, if Vince Carter plays in one game in 2020, which is halfway through this season, he will become the first player to participate in 4 different decades. That is a good email. Think about that. Vince Carter was drafted in 98, man. Where were you? What were you doing in 1998? Well, maybe I could ask most of the people listening right now, what grade were you in? Dude, in 98, what were you doing? That's when Vince Carter got drafted, and he's been playing in the NBA ever since. Remarkable. I did not know this. Text message. Johnny, Vince Carter will pass Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett, Kevin Willis, and Robert Parrish as the only NBA player to play 22 seasons. The previous 4 all played 21 seasons. Parrish, Willis, KG, and Dirk all played 21 NBA seasons. This will be number 22 for Vince Carter. And that's going to be a really cool farewell tour. Because Vince Carter, he doesn't have a lot of worries. He ain't got no enemies. Like, people are going to have fun with that next year with the Vince Carter farewell tour, and I'm cool with it too. Okay. I was watching a sports show today. I'll give shouts. FS1, The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And he was talking about the Antonio Brown situation in Oakland. And frustrating, I think, for fantasy owners, wondering how to handicap this, where to put Antonio Brown, which wide receivers do you take Antonio Brown, which wide receivers do you take ahead of AB, which wide receivers do you take behind Antonio Brown for your fantasy draft. I mean, you're talking about a guy, as everybody knows, Antonio Brown had 15 touchdowns last year in 15 games. He sat the last week. He scored every week he played, essentially. And if he didn't score one week, that means he got you 2 the next week. I had AB in a league. It's really fun having Antonio Brown on your fantasy team. If there's one guy like you don't ever have to worry about, it's Antonio Brown. He gets his 115 catches, his 10-plus teeters, and if he doesn't get the ball, he complains, and he whines, and he moans until he gets it. He's the perfect fantasy player. I'd hate him on my real team, sure, but he can play on my fantasy team any stinking year. I love when he doesn't get the ball. I love when he has a tantrum on the sideline, because you know what's going to happen. Next week, AB's going to get 17 targets. He's going to catch 14 balls for $168 and probably 2 teeters. Cool, AB, we're going to win. Now, many of you probably saw the picture he put on Instagram of his feet. Antonio Brown showed a picture of the bottom of his feet, and he's got some nastiness going on. It gives me chills even looking at it. Just skin, just dead, it's gross. And he basically said, look, you guys are wondering why I'm not playing? Here's my feet. This is why I'm not playing. I need to see a foot specialist. And he's practiced one time as a Raider in camp. That's it. Oh, and by the way, if only there was like a show. Dang it. If only there was like this reality show that, my gosh, had cameras everywhere at the Oakland Raider facility. If only they had something like this where we could see kind of what's going on behind the scene. If only we could. Yeah, if only you're going to be available tomorrow night. First episode of Hard Knocks tomorrow. I'm serious. I'm having a Hard Knocks party. If any of you are my buddies and you know who you are tuning into the show, if you want to come over somewhere, bring a couple cold beverages and watch Hard Knocks in my house, you are welcome. I'm having a Hard Knocks party tomorrow. But yeah, this is going to be on Hard Knocks too. But yeah, I'm starting to worry as a fantasy football owner. Like, what do I do with Antonio Brown? I mean, I don't want to pass him up in a draft because I'm worried about a little game of footsie. And then all of a sudden I pass AB, I take another player, and Antonio Brown ends up being Antonio Brown. And I'm like, well, I took Julio, who I like, but Julio doesn't have Antonio Brown seasons because Julio doesn't hang out at the end zone. Antonio Brown lives in the end zone. Anyway, Gruden, over the weekend in Island City Speed Lube audio clip, his coach, John Gruden, said this in regards to Antonio Brown.
I think we're all disappointed. I think he's disappointed. We like to, get the party started. We like to get him out here. He's a big part of this team. But in the time being, we're going to continue to work hard, and we've seen a development of some other receivers we're excited about.
Okay. Interesting. Earlier today on a sports radio program, ESPN Radio, Golick and Wingo, a former player, radio host Mike Golick, said this about John Gruden handling Antonio Brown.
They keep saying it's nothing serious, but as John Gruden, I'm sure, is saying, at some point we got to get this cat out here. We got to get him on the field. We got to get him doing some things, getting involved, getting the timing down, getting the work in. Anybody who knows John Gruden, like we know John Gruden, he is a workaholic. And if you ain't working, and I'm sure he's looking at this like, wait a minute, bottom of your feet, nothing really structurally wrong going on here. What's the holdup?
Island City Speed Lube audio clip. Appreciate those guys. Working on some new commercials, by the way. Better than ever. So yeah. Now here's, okay, and again, I heard Colin talking about this, and I agree with him, and I did some further research on this, and I thought, okay, I'm going to incorporate this into my show. But if you just kind of have that group, I don't know, that we'll just call them, they call them that diva wide receiver group, and there's that certain diva mentality about that position, and you can go back to probably Michael the Playmaker Irvin, probably that first kind of diva receiver. You're talking late 80s, early 90s. Before that, I mean, they didn't throw enough. I mean, Steve Largent, Jerry Rice, those dudes weren't divas in the 80s, were they? Charlie Joyner, Lynn Swan, John Stallworth. May he rest in peace, Cliff Branch. We lost Cliff Branch over the weekend. That's a tough one. Fred Biletnikoff. They didn't have like that diva wide receiver in the 70s and 80s. In the 90s, Michael Irvin showed up. Yep, in the mid-90s, Terrell Owens, T.O. showed up. And Randy Moss showed up. And Ocho Cinco. And Keyshawn. But anyway, a lot of diva receivers have had a sequel. They've had that second act. And many of them have had a third, fourth, and fifth act. And you go back and you do your own research. I did mine today. I'll tell you mine, though. Find me a wide receiver who you would put a diva label on, who left their original team and were at least the same player or maybe even better. Find one. Find one where Act 2 trumped Act 1. It rarely happens. It's like there's just something organic, I guess, about that initial team, about that team that drafts you. It's like, your first wife. Yeah, she's washed your stinking underwear for years. She knows what you smell like, dude. She knows not to go into the bathroom after you've been there. She knows if you eat a particular item, might want to put a nose plug on that night. She knows you, and she's okay with it. She'll put up with it, with your dirty, stinking socks laying in the living room. She'll put up with your boxer shorts on the floor in the bathroom. She will. She's used to it. She's been with you forever. And then, hey, you don't want her anymore. She doesn't understand you, bro. And you meet another woman, and you move in with her. Dude, you can't be farting under the covers anymore, right? You can't be leaving your dirty undies on the floor or expecting her to clean it. She's not going to do that, dude. It's not going to work there. Yeah, it worked in your initial place. Hey, that's all she really knew. You guys kind of learned from each other. Again, it was kind of an organic deal. You grew together with this, and now you go to you're with a new wife, husband, whatever relationship, and a lot of stuff. No, that's not going to fly here. Nah, dude. No. You can't leave your dirty undies on the bathroom floor here. That's gross. Oh, yeah, the toothpaste? Yeah, you can't squeeze. My girlfriend, it bugs me. She squeezes the toothpaste out of the top of the stinking toothpaste tube. And I'm a bottom toothpaste squeezer every time on the bottom. I don't want to have to roll it up. My woman just grabs the top and just squeezes it, and then I have to, every time I want to brush my teeth, which is apparently always after her, because I look at the tube, I'm like, what the hell, dude? Now I got to press it more time. Anyway, certain stuff doesn't fly. And it's like that with wide receivers, man. Most Act 2s don't work. Okay, we'll just start from the list. Terrell Owens. Like the supreme diva wide receiver. He was with 5 teams. And they only really put up with it in his original, San Francisco, which you could look were his best years. Now, he had a tremendous year, that 1 year in Philly before he broke his ankle. Oh, he was so good in Philly. But you know what? All of a sudden, he's having press conferences in his driveway doing push-ups, and Andy Reid, like the coolest, nicest, friendliest teddy bear coach in the league, had to cut him. Just put him on waivers. Andy Reid put him on waivers. That's Andy Reid, dude. The nicest guy in the league. Then Jerry Jones puts up with him for a couple of years. Then he gets rid of him. He goes to Buffalo. He ends up in Cincinnati, and it's just, you know what? No one really put up with it. He tried to make the Seahawks. He got cut. But it was not the same as it was in San Francisco for Terrell Owens. Chad Ochocinco. He leaves Cincinnati. He goes to the Patriots. He's an afterthought. Had, 20 catches that year? Killed fantasy people. Then he went to Miami, got into an altercation with his wife. And then what? On Hard Knocks for everybody to see, Miami cut him. Miami wasn't gonna wash his dirty underwear the way Cincinnati did and fold it and put it nicely in his drawer and not worry about the shave droppings he leaves in the sink when he shaves. Nope, that was okay. But Belichick wasn't going to handle that. Nope, Chad, we're not doing the Ochocinco stuff here. Nope. Or you won't play. And he barely played. And Chad Johnson, after Cincinnati, was an afterthought. Act 2 was nothing. Keyshawn Johnson. Just give me the damn ball. I'll even write a book. Huge, mega diva wide receiver. Was the first overall pick in the 96 draft. Mega diva. Brought his diva mentality to New York City. The Jets put up with it for 3-4 years. They sent him to Tampa Bay. A few years later, John Gruden cuts him in the middle of the year. Tampa Bay didn't put up with Keyshawn either. Act 2 didn't work. Randy Moss, one of my favorite players ever. I've interviewed Randy Moss. I love Randy Moss. But after Minnesota, didn't want him anymore. Again, just got tired of those crusty underwear, having to wash all that garbage, having to put up with dishes in the sink every night, not emptying the litter box, just not doing jack. What'd they do? They traded him to the Raiders. Remember, Moss is a Raider? It wasn't Randy Moss. It was really weird. Like he wasn't good anymore. He was hardly drafted in fantasy. He was cut. He was traded. Nobody wanted Moss in Oakland. It wasn't until he realized, I better clean up after myself. My next girlfriend's not going to put up with anything. And then what happened? Yeah, he went to New England and had the best years of his career. No question. He cleaned up a lot. But that Oakland Randy Moss version, Act 2 for Randy Moss, was pitiful. It was embarrassing. What about Andre Bad Moon Rising? Diva all the way. Too legit to quit. Falcons, my friend, my boy Chris Miller, throwing him passes in that run-and-shoot offense in Atlanta with MC Hammer and Evander Holyfield dancing on the sidelines with Dion. Andre Bad Moon Rising, still my favorite Chris Berman nickname ever. What happened when Bad Moon left the Falcons? You even remember where he went? Initially, it was a mega move. He went to the Cleveland Browns. Okay, he went to Cleveland. And this, I believe, was Bill Belichick Cleveland. And it didn't fly. And it was a bad situation. He was one of the biggest fantasy busts I remember. I played fantasy in the 90s the whole way. I played fantasy football in the late 80s. I've been playing fantasy football my whole life. But it was a mega bust when he went to Cleveland. We all thought he'd be great. He was awful. Act 2 for Bad Moon was horrible. Then he resurfaces with Green Bay, helps Favre win a title, is kind of a supplemental guy, hung out in Kansas City for a couple of years, but he was never Bad Moon again because the Falcons, they put up with his stench. They washed his stink. They allowed dirty dishes in the sink. They put up with that stuff. And it really makes me question two. Oh, I'm not even going to mention Des Bryant. There was no Act 2. The Saints picked him up and he got hurt in practice. But 2 guys, Odell Beckham Jr., Act 2 in Cleveland, and obviously Antonio Brown, Act 2 in Oakland. Diva wide receivers, right? You would call AB and OBJ a diva, right? You'd put him with T.O. in Ocho, in Keyshawn, in Moss. You would, right? You would. I would. Act 2, so we're saying it's going to work out twice for these guys this year. When, again, I can't, tell me where I'm wrong. Give me an Act 2 that really worked out with a diva wide receiver. Find me one, please. I couldn't. Ballgame Show, Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. I couldn't. You guys need Bluetooth speakers? Everybody has wonderful Bluetooth speakers. If you don't, you should. Check out right on display, right at the counter at LeGrand Stereo and Music. They have the new Bob Marley brand Bluetooth speakers. They sound better than any other Bluetooth speaker I've heard. Now, that's the thing with Bluetooth speakers. Some of them just don't sound very good, and I get it. But it's right there, right when you walk in, Sac Annex, LeGrand Stereo and Music. They got all their Bluetooth Bob Marley brand speakers out, and you can press the test button. Try it. You'll see how good they are. But, yeah, we got more buy or sells coming in. Let's have some fun with that. Ballgame Show.
Oregon Trail Trader, this is Carl. No, sir. We don't carry any oxen. No 50-pound bags of flour either. No wagon wheels or axles either. Yes, we can get you something to take down an elephant.
The Oregon Trail Trader, Eastern Oregon's largest selection of guns, ammo, and fly tying stuff. Visit OregonTrailTrader.com.
It's Black's Distributing for a strong, reliable fleet. With Phillips 66 lubricants and fuels for cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, ag, and commercial equipment. Top off with top quality at Black's with non-ethanol fuel for easy starts and full power year-round. For boats, bikes, ATVs, snow machines, and small engines. Richland service is more convenient with attended fuel 8 to 5 p.m. all week and 24/7 debit, credit card self-service. Black's Distributing bulk and retail fuels in Baker City open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? I don't think so. Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill, and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-557-7920. 800-557-7920. 800-557-7920. That's 800-557-7920.
Are you sick and tired of your job? It happens, that's life. But here's some good news. Legacy Ford is looking for the next great sales consultant to join our award-winning team. We're looking for someone who is outgoing and loves people, has a positive attitude, and is committed to providing exceptional customer service. This is your opportunity to start a new career with guaranteed income and full benefits. Yes, medical, dental, and retirement. Stop in today and fill out an application. What are you waiting for?
This is me banging my head in studio, I swear. I got a head rush. Have you ever heard Johnny Cash cover Rusty Cage, Soundgarden? Oh, it is choice living. Johnny Cash covering Soundgarden's Rusty Cage. Welcome back, Sports Talk Radio. This is the Johnny Ballgame Show, brought to you by Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Get your buy or sells in before we play the music. And we tell you about Rockin' Sons, and we do our buy or sell like we do every Monday. Just let me reiterate. Email johnnyballgameshow@gmail.com or text 541-962-7700. Let's cue it. Let's have some fun with this every Monday. Buy or sell. First up, brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. Go see JB, Goodyear, Hercules, the brands you want, the brands you know, the brands you trust. Rockin' Sons. Johnny, buy or sell. The Oregon Ducks will beat the Auburn Tigers. Dude, I'm buying this. And I'm probably a big fat idiot because I always take the Pac-12 in these big non-cons and I always get burned. But, you know, come on, Ducks. Win this game. Win this for the conference, for your own program, and to save some national respectability regarding this conference throughout the rest of the stinking country and how they view things. I'm serious. The Pac-12 needs Oregon to beat the pants off of Auburn on Labor Day weekend in Jerry's World. I want to see Duck, green, and yellow all over Jerry's World. I can't wait. I wish I could go, man. I wish I could go. Yeah, but I'm going to buy it. You know, call me a moron. I probably am. But I'm going to say the Ducks beat Auburn. Please, Oregon, make that happen. Come on, Herbert. All right, next one. Colt McCoy is number one on the Washington quarterback depth chart. Buy or sell? Well, according to the Washington quarterback depth chart, Colt McCoy is number one, Case Keenum is number two, and the rookie Dwayne Haskins from the Ohio State University is number three. But so I will buy what the depth chart says, but I'm going to sell the fact that I really think Colt McCoy is going to start week one. Get out of here. I'm surprised Colt McCoy is still in the league. And I'll tell you this, but Case Keenum, yeah, dude, if you can't beat out Colt McCoy, man, how the hell did 2 years even ever happen 2 years ago in Minnesota? Come again on that? Like, Colt McCoy, legitimately the Washington Redskin coaching staff collectively is saying, yeah, you know what? Who gives us the best chance to win right now? Colt McCoy? If that's the case, I need another quarterback. Maybe I missed on the Haskins kid. Or really, again, Case Keenum can't beat out Colt McCoy? I'm selling this. Colt McCoy, if he's the starter, Jay Gruden, you need a new job, man. Unfortunately, you're probably going to lose this gig anyway. You might as well get the rookie as prepared as you can possibly get him prepared, and hopefully he shows enough to let your general manager and your owner sit there and say, let's keep Gruden around another year to see what he can do with the kid at quarterback. If not, they're going to find their own new quarterback guru. They're going to fire you, hire him, and say the Dwayne Haskins era officially starts now. Don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy. You're wearing a t-shirt of the band whose concert you're going to? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Next up, Draymond Green deserves his $100 million extension. Ball game, buy or sell. Of course I'm buying this. I still got my original trio, Splash Brothers and Draymond. Again, I'm moving into the nicest basketball arena that has ever been built on planet Earth, the Chase Center on the Bay of San Francisco. And, hey, Blazer fan, I know we don't like Draymond, but how important was Draymond Green in the Western Conference Finals? That's a series, if not for Draymond Green. He owned Portland that series, and I got to tip the cap. Clay's going to be back. I like D'Angelo Russell, the guy you're bringing up. Obviously, you got him for the Kevin Durant situation. Don't count out the Warriors, man. That's for sure. They got the original threesome trio. Now they add D'Lo as a part of that. No, they're going to be just fine, and I buy that. Yeah, Draymond Green deserves that extension. Absolutely. Here we go. Next one. The Raiders made a mistake trading for Antonio Brown. Buy or sell? Well, first up, they didn't give much, but they did trade him and then re-sign him to a megaplex deal. And he's not practicing for, he's got sore feet, I guess. John Gruden wants to hear about this. I want to watch this if they show it, and I'm hoping they do on Hard Knocks, which debuts tomorrow night on HBO. But I'm going to sell this. Huge mistake. I mean, like the Raiders were going to be really good, but now Antonio Brown's ruining everything. I mean, come on, right? Sometimes organizations, sometimes in life, you take a chance on someone with baggage, whether it's a relationship, whether it's employment, somebody you hire has a bad track record, but hey, you need to hire, you need to fill a position. They do well on the interview. They have a couple of sketchy stuff on their resume, but you hire them anyway because they're talented. Anyway, but I'm selling that. Johnny, here's a good one. This is a good one, man. Kyler Murray hype is overblown. Buy or sell? I hear a Kyler Murray story every day about how he is lighting up Cardinal camp and about how now I'm hearing, look out for Arizona. They're going to be good because no one's going to be able to stop this kid. He's going to do to NFL defenses what he did to the Big 12 last year. He's going to run all over you. He's going to throw all over you. He's going to be a major pest, and his size helps him. You can't even find him. And once you do, he's running past you. Is the hype overblown? I'm selling this. I'm buying the hype. I'm a big fat idiot. I think he's gonna, honestly, I think he's a weekly starter in fantasy. I do. I don't know if I have the guts to do it, but someone else will, and I'll say, hey, I told you so. I told you so. I'll be that idiot. But I think he's going to have a fantasy year where he runs for over 800 yards and throws for over 3,300 and has a total of about 20 to 25 passing touchdowns and about 7 to 12 rushing touchdowns. Just do the math on that year and tell me how many fantasy points that is. That's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. 800 plus rushing yards, 8-9 rushing touchdowns. Yes. And on top of a pretty good passing season too. About 3,500, 3,300 passing yards with 22 to 28 TD passes, maybe more. I'm buying the Kyler Murray hype. Big fat idiot I am. This is a good one too. You guys are funny today. Good stuff today, guys. Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto, buy or sell every Monday. Johnny, Baker Mayfield's beer chug was the best by a quarterback you've ever seen, buy or sell. Look, I've seen Tom Brady chug a beer faster than Baker Mayfield. Tom Brady, honestly, if I have anything like Tom Brady, it's our ability to chug beer. I know how to do it too, and I have a lot of practice. I'm an Idaho Vandal, but if anybody's out and partying with Ballgame, I can probably chug a beer faster than anybody you've ever seen. Yeah, I know, I'm a special guy. But I know how to open my throat, and I can basically take a beer like I take a shot. I just pour the whole thing down. I can chug a beer in less than a second. Tom Brady can too, because we just, we're good. But anyway, what Baker Mayfield did, this was straight out of the Delta Sigma Tau Chi fraternity. He was in a luxury suite at a Cleveland Indians baseball game. He got put on the Jumbotron. He grabbed a can of beer, and did he bite into the beer? He bit into it to open it, and then he shotgunned it. It was straight out of a frat party, and the crowd loved it. I guess I'll buy it. It was hilarious. It was entertaining. But, I mean, is that what you want your quarterback doing? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe you want Jim McMahon 2.0. And if he can win like McMahon, great. That's cool, man, if he can. But I don't think you're going to see, I don't know, my boy. Let me know next time. Let me know ever if you see Russell Wilson sitting courtside or in a luxury suite at a game and he goes on the jumbo screen and chugs a beer. Let me know. Let me know if you see that. I'm willing to bet my radio show that he would never do that. He's my Russell, and I love him, and he loves me. We're gonna have a great segment with my producer Kyle Dodds. We're putting something at stake anyway. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm just gonna do one more. We got to get out of here. Rockin' Sons, buy or sell. Johnny, the Mets regret the Robinson Cano trade, buy or sell. This I will buy. That Cano's back on the DL. He's probably gone for the year. You probably just shut him down for the year at this point. The Mets are going nowhere, and Cano's going to be now in his late 30s, and the Mets are paying for, 75, 80% of that salary, and if the Mariners have done one thing decent in the last year, it was get rid of the Cano contract and have to still pay a minimal price on the Mariners are still paying for some of it. That deal was ridiculous. Even the Mets weren't going to take that whole thing, but they're paying a majority of it. Yeah, and they have 4 more years, Mets. 4 more years of Cano. Okay. All right, man. Ball game show, bench warmers, pub and grill, Mariners, Padres this weekend. And I want you to tell me any bet you've ever done with a buddy, not for money at stake, but, running in the snow in your underwear, drinking a bottle of maple syrup. I'm getting all these coming in, but what are some things that you've done with your buddies with stuff you've put at stake over a bet? My boy Kyle and myself, my producer Doddsy Cakes, we're gonna talk about this upcoming Mariner Padres series, and I got some really good stuff. So I'm going to do that when we come back. Ball game show.
It's time now for your local weather forecast. In LeGrand tonight, partly cloudy skies, low near 60 degrees. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies early, giving way to cloudier conditions later, and a high near 95. In Baker City tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees, and for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by
Grand Ronde Hospital. Since 1907, our #1 mission has been to serve the community we all love. Thank you for placing your trust in us.
Grand Ronde Hospital.
You see and hear the name Knee-High Enterprises all the time. You see their vehicles driving and working throughout the Grand Ronde Valley every day. Located on 10th Street in Baker City, Knee-High Enterprises sells and installs garage doors and garage door openers and all types of windows and doors. Knee-High can take your logo and place it on a vehicle for your business. They create signs and banners for any type of event too. So let them help. Big enough for the big jobs, small enough to care. Knee-High Enterprises, over 40 years of experience.
Get a little more intelligence on big government. The I Spy Radio Show, Saturdays 11 to noon. The system feels broken. Government is out of control. Since when are we the people the enemy? I'm Mark Anderson. Join me on the I Spy Radio Show and let's get it working again. Saturdays 11 to noon on Super Talk 1450 and 1490 AM, the talk of Eastern Oregon.
All right, welcome back. Johnny Ballgame Show, Bench Warmers, Pub and Grill. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us today. I believe Tim Camp, EOU head football coach, tomorrow. Don't miss that one. A week from today, I won't be in the Banner Bank studio. I will be at the VMAC broadcasting this show from Seattle Seahawks training camp. And the person who will be sitting here is my producer, Big Doddsy Cakes, Kyle Dodds, who joins us right now on the Farmers Insurance Hotline. Doddsy, go figure right now, is cooking a bunch of hot dogs. Doddsy boy, how do you cook your dogs? You leave them on a little longer than most folks?
Yeah, just a bit.
I'm with you, man. Hey,
we're out here at Riverside.
Oh, you're at Riverside Park right now cooking hot dogs?
Yep.
Hey, Doddsy Cakes, what does a Kyle Dodds hot dog look like? What does it entail? What goes on it?
Mayonnaise, mustard, sauerkraut.
Mayo, mustard, kraut. No relish, no ketchup.
Nope. No ketchup.
Grilled onions.
Oh, if they're available, yeah.
Okay.
No raw onions.
Bacon.
Well, if it's there, yeah, of course. Come on.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you, bro.
It's bacon.
Okay, here's what's going on, okay? I'll reset here for my listeners. The San Diego Padres are in Seattle to play a 2-game series on Tuesday and Wednesday. Just a quick 2-gamer. So this series can result in a push. Dodds is a Padre. I'm a Mariner. And I want to put something at stake for this game. Me and Dodds are going to gamble on this. Now, the only way one of us can win is if it's a series sweep. If each team wins a game, obviously it's a push and none of this means anything. But I have a list of stuff I've come up with, Doddsy, that I want you to have to do if my Mariners win. Now, I have a list of 5 or 6 things. You can pick your punishment, okay? And I will do the same for you. You can today think about this and tomorrow come back on the show or email or whatever, and you can give me your list of stuff I will have to do, okay? Because the series doesn't start till tomorrow. Okay, here is my list for Doddsy and Kyle. You can choose. First one.
All right.
First one. You have to sign up for the SAT or the ACT test at the next testing offering in LeGrand High School or whatever, and you need to take the SATs, and I get to publish your score on my show's Facebook page and website. That's number one.
Okay.
Secondly is you need to do a 5-minute set at Benchwarmers Pub and Grill on stage. I'll set up the PA system. I'll give you the microphone, and you need to do a 5-minute stand-up comedy set live at Benchwarmers on a Friday or Saturday night at 10 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
Third one is you need to go to Walmart and stay there for 5 full hours. I don't care what you do, whatever. You cannot leave Walmart for 5 hours. Okay?
Okay.
Next one is, and this is going to be tough to find this, but I'll do my best. I buy a karate gi, and I dress you like Daniel or Johnny from the Karate Kid, and you need to stand on the corner of Adams and Island Avenue there by the copy place, the big main intersection in LeGrand, and you need to give a karate class to 2 kids that I will provide where you instruct karate just in front of the whole town for an hour.
All right.
Another one would be you need to get a full body wax. Other than your face, every piece of hair is getting removed.
That's out.
Okay. And
that one's out.
Okay. And finally, you need to set up a lemonade stand on the corner of Adams and Island or in the one of the Walmart entrances, and you need to sell lemonade for 2 hours, and all the money that you make will go to Shelter for the Storm, a charity here on the Ballgame show.
Okay.
So if those are your choices, Kyle Dodds, which one are you picking?
So let's take out the one that I would pick myself and the one I wouldn't do myself. So the one that I would pick myself would be the SAT one.
You would pick that. You would.
Oh yeah, easy. I'll smoke that.
Oh, you'd get a $750.
Okay. Well, anyways, and then let's take out the body wax, and then let's let the listeners decide.
Okay, listeners, what do you want Kyle Dodds to have to do if the Mariners sweep the Padres in a quick 2-game set? Email, call me, or text message. Here are the choices. He performs a 5-minute set for an open mic stand-up night at Benchwarmers on a Friday or Saturday at 10 o'clock. He has to hang out in Walmart for 5 hours, or he gets to teach a live karate class at the corner of Adams and Island, or he can sell lemonade for charity. Those are the choices. Kyle, I know you got stuff to do. I will keep you posted as to what the winner is.
Yeah, and we'll figure out what you're going to do if my Padres win.
I know, man. You better think about this tonight. Doddsy, I'm
going to come correct, too.
I don't even
you
know
better believe it.
I don't even know what's going on in that mind of yours right now, man. Okay, Doddsy boy. Well, all right, man. We'll talk tomorrow, hopefully.
All right. Have a good show, buddy.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Dodds. So what do we want Doddsy boy to have to do? Call me. Farmers Insurance Hotline, 541-963-4122. If you have anything, email or text me as well. What would be the best punishment? I mean, look, having to do, a couple of things. First off, the worst, I think, it wouldn't be embarrassing or anything, but having to hang out in Walmart for 5 hours, what would you do? You walk around, you talk to people you know. Doddsy knows everybody, too, so we'd have a million conversations. You grab a book or a magazine, walk over to the sandwich area, sit down and read a book. Can you find like a tent somewhere and just try to hide in there and go sleep? Whatever you can do. You just can't leave the inside of Walmart for 5 hours. That would, for me, be painful, having to hang out there for 5 hours. An open mic night, we're talking when Benchwarmers is packed, and I'll be the MC, I'll host the comedy show, and they have a microphone at Benchies. They have a PA system. They have a stage. I'll set it up, and I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, you're here for that time. We have a performer tonight, someone who's trying to get their stand-up career off the ground, and He was fortunate enough to have you here at Bench Warmers. But ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Dodds. And he's going to go there and he's going to have to do a 5 to 7 minute comedy set in front of a nice crowd at Bench Warmers. And Kyle Dodds is a funny dude, I'll give him that, but he's not a comedian. He will bomb tragically if that's the case. And Doddsy's a big boy. How'd you like to see him sitting there selling lemonade at a lemonade stand? And I can pick the location. If you want the corner of Adams and Island, if we want downtown Baker City, if we want, kind of in right where at Walmart or Safeway or another grocery store, right when people drive in, like a high visibility area of Kyle Dodds just sitting there selling lemonade. And then the karate class. I'm going to get him a karate gi. I'm going to put mats out on the pavement. I'm going to find 2 kids that I know that are going to get karate instructed by Kyle Dodds. And he's going to be out there, so when you're driving on the corner of Adams Avenue and Island, the busiest intersection in the Grand, you're going to see big old Kyle Dodds with a karate bandana and a karate gi on, and he's going to be showing these little kids how to crane kick and karate chop. Your call. Send me emails or text messages. What would you prefer Kyle Dodds does? Appreciate you on the Johnny Ballgame Show. Hour number 3. We got some good stuff coming up there. I'm giving away Seattle Seahawks tickets for Thursday night's game hosting the Broncos. And let me just say this. The tickets we're giving away tonight are really nice tickets. Lower bowl, south end zone, right there by the visiting tunnel. So you see all the players come in and out. And for preseason, if you get there nice and early, you'll see them all warming up. I'm telling you, we have really good seats we're giving away. Today at around 5:30-ish, about 40 minutes or so, I'm going to do, whatever we do, a little trivia game, whatever we're going to play, and we're going to give those away. So appreciate everybody. Ball Game Show, Bench Warmers Pub and Grill.
MJ Goss Motors Company is proud to be your LeGrand Chevrolet Buick.
Participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 101,000 here in Oregon. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
It's time now for a community calendar update. Wildflower Lodge Assisted Living in the Grand holds their dementia support groups on the first and third Wednesday of each month. The dementia support groups are free to attend, and the next one will take place at noon on Wednesday, August 7th at Wildflower Lodge. To RSVP for the support group and free lunch after, please call 541-663-1200. The Meals on Wheels program in Baker County is in need of volunteers to deliver meals to seniors at their homes. The time investment is only about 2 hours per week. If you're interested in helping out, stop by the Community Connection of Baker County office at 2810 Cedar Street or call 541-523-6591. The Elgin Lions Club holds bingo each Wednesday evening at the Elgin Community Center. Doors open just before 6 p.m. and play starts at 6:30. Concessions will also be available. This community calendar update is brought to you by LeGrand Gold and Silver, family owned and managed, and your trusted local experts for fine jewelry and precious metals. Shop LeGrand Gold and Silver's full line of quality jewelry, gifts, and coins.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching.
Open mic night at Benchwarmers is off to an early lead for a punishment for my producer buddy Kyle Dodds, if in fact my Mariners can sweep his Padres, and vice versa. If his Padres can sweep my Mariners, I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do either. And Dodds is going to be, on this show tomorrow giving me my list of scenarios. So you can either vote for, again, open mic night at Benchwarmers, which means he's during a busy night at Benchies, Friday or Saturday, he's going to have to get on stage with the microphone and do a 5 to 7 minute stand-up comedian set. If you don't want that, you can say, okay, 5 hours at Walmart. He's got to hang out in Walmart for 5 hours, spend a day there. And a couple other ones after that, dress up in a karate outfit and teach a karate class in public on the corner of the street, so everyone can drive by and see this live karate class being taught. And the other one would be comes up with a lemonade stand and has to sell lemonade, and everything he gets from the lemonade sale, we give that to charity, Shelter for the Storm. From the Storm, I'm sorry. We'll do that. Yeah, it was kind of weird, like that stupid depth chart. I don't even know why they do it. But, Washington says, okay, Colt McCoy is our leader. Apparently, Case Keenum was not even made aware of it. Case Keenum talked at Washington camp and said, yeah, I wasn't even aware that there was a depth chart. There's a 3-person competition going on in our nation's capital at quarterback. Case Keenum, Colt McCoy, and Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State rookie. And Keenum spoke to the media today and was like, I didn't even know there was a depth chart. But Washington released its first unofficial depth chart Sunday, and it had Colt McCoy, as of right now, the starting quarterback there. I mean, if you can tell when an organization doesn't really know what it's doing, look at Washington. They're not even telling the quarterbacks the depth chart. We'll be back. Here's the news.
The Banner Bank Studio airs your favorite news and sports talk only on Super Talk Radio, KLBM LeGrand and KBKR Baker City.
Dayton motive, death toll climbs. I'm Ann Cates. Investigators in Dayton are still determining why a gunman opened fire outside a bar, killing 9.
As police here in Dayton work to establish a motive for the mass shooting, they're also trying to figure out if Connor Betts targeted his sister, who was one of his 9 victims. She arrived in the entertainment district with Betts and another person.
I don't think we can know that for certainty. It seems to just defy believability he would shoot his own sister. But it's also hard to believe that he didn't recognize that was his sister.
Police Chief Richard Beal also says that while 6 of the 9 victims were black and Betts is white, right now there's nothing to indicate that race was a factor. Jerry Bodlander, Dayton, Ohio.
The death toll has climbed in the massacre in El Paso as families prepare to lay the 22 victims to rest.
Funeral expenses are covered thanks to donations from funeral homes across El Paso, several owners waiving all costs.
I don't think we ever would have thought that this could hit here at home.
Our hearts are with the city of El Paso.
No surprise for this El Paso man who says he witnesses similar generosity every day in his hometown.
We're going to help each other. That's how we are. We'll give you the shirt off our back.
22 funerals to plan, but for victims' families, cost won't be an issue. Clayton Neville, El Paso.
North Korea has once again fired unidentified projectiles into the sea on the heels of 2 missile launches last week. Correspondent Will Ripley.
These missiles were launched from the western side of North Korea, so they traveled up and over the peninsula and then into the waters. But the point is, these things have a long range. Potentially, they could hit Japan, where there are tens of millions of people.
Jitters over the U.S. trade war with China sparked a major sell-off on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 767 points, the S&P off 87, the Nasdaq down 278. I'm Ann Cates.
Youth vaping is a serious problem. One issue, minors may try to purchase vapor products online. That's why Jula Labs is enhancing age verification on our website. Customers must provide personal information or scan a valid ID with a real-time selfie, and are verified by a third party to ensure the purchaser is 21 or over. Learn more about Jula Labs' efforts to combat youth vaping at jewel.com/youth-prevention. Jula Labs, for adult smokers only. Paid for by Jula Labs.
Have you heard what President Trump said recently?
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too.
Now you can watch Newsmax TV and get the truth about Trump from Bill O'Reilly, Mike Reagan, Alan Dershowitz, Pat Buchanan, and more. Newsmax TV is America's fastest-growing cable news channel, now in 70 million homes. Find Newsmax on DirecTV, Dish, Xfinity, Spectrum, Optimum, Fios, Uverse, and more systems. See Newsmax TV today. It's real news for real people.
It's time now for your local weather forecast. In LeGrand tonight, partly cloudy skies, low near 60 degrees. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies early, giving way to cloudier conditions later, and a high near 95. In Baker City tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees, and for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by
Grand Ronde Hospital. For information on who we are and all we do for the community, please explore our website at grh.org.
Grand Ronde Hospital, big city medicine with a hometown touch.
Hi, my car is making a funny noise, like a yee 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 yee.
Like a yee!
Yeah, it's a yee yee yee.
Hey, Rick, what's a yee sound mean? Was that a yee?
That's it, like a yee.
Sounds like a worn-out belt. Sounds like a worn-out belt. We can help you with that.
Yes, thank you.
Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
A time of loss is a time for families to gather together for strength and comfort.
It was a sudden loss for all of us.
Fortunately, we had each other.
You have us as well. With a range of choices and services available, we've been helping families through their time of loss for generations. Daniel's Chapel of the Valley, serving the family for generations.
Daniel's Knopp Funeral, Cremation, and Life Celebration Center on 7th Street in LeGrand.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care. I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Johnny Ballgame Show.
Appreciate everybody for hanging out with what we hope is your favorite sports talk radio program, brought to you by Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Still got an hour left on that Benchwarmers happy hour menu. Went to Benchwarmers today. I highly recommended. Got you for the full 3. We will be giving away, if you're just hopping in your car, you haven't caught any of the show today, shame on you, but we're giving away Seattle Seahawk tickets this hour. I have a friend who has season tickets. He can't make it, And he said, dude, why don't you just give them away on your show? And I was like, really? Serious? He's like, yeah. And it's all electronically, so all I need is your email address, and then I can give it to him, and he will send you the 2 tickets. They're really nice seats. They're lower level. They're in the south end zone, kind of by the visiting team tunnel. I've sat in these seats even back when he had them when he was in the Kingdom. This guy's had season tickets, a guy I know, since it was in the Kingdom. And he has good seats. I'm telling you, we're giving them away this hour for Thursday night's game. First preseason game of the year. Broncos in town. If you've never been to a Hawks game, look, I know preseason games aren't the coolest thing ever, but to be honest, they only play 10 home games a year. 8 regular season, 2 preseason if they're lucky enough to get a playoff game in there. So these things are rare, and if you've never been, or you know someone who has never been to a Seahawk game, if you do, I'm telling you, they're highly recommended. You can do this. So we're going to give away those Seahawk tickets this hour on this show. We're going to do some trivia or some fun type of game, and we'll get that going. I also have some Who's Grumpy this hour. I also have a little bit of NBA this hour, and always can take your calls on our Farmers Insurance hotline. Yeah. Also want to look, if anybody has any punishments, if you have a vote on that for my producer, Doddsy, if he loses the bet, what we're going to make him do. And I got some pretty good stuff lined up. But first and foremost, let's get to some calls here. Caller, welcome to the show. What do you have?
Hey, Johnny, what game is this? What day? When is this Broncos game?
It's going to be Thursday, 3 nights from tonight.
Oh, man, that's going to be awesome for somebody, man.
Gonna be a tough one. Hey, Caleb, what would you, if I said, all right, you lost, we did a bet, Seahawks versus the Packers, okay? And
Which we've done before.
We've done it before. And if you lost and I gave you the choice of getting on stage at Benchwarmers with the PA mic and having to do a 5 to 7 minute comedy set, okay? Stand-up comedy in front of the whole, on a busy Friday or Saturday night. We'll say Friday or Saturday at 10 o'clock. You have that, or you can hang out for 5 hours in Walmart. You can't leave Walmart for 5 hours. You just have to stay there. Whatever you can do to occupy the time. You're the mayor, so you know everybody, so you'd probably scare a lot of people off just by going up and talking to them. But anyway, you could do that. You could teach a karate class on the corner of Adams and Island Avenue by the copy place. You're going to wear a karate gi. I have 2 students for you, both like 12 and under, and you're going to teach karate for an hour in front of everybody who drives by. And finally, you have to build a lemonade stand, sell lemonade, all the proceeds go to a charity. What would you least like to do in that group?
The least likely is probably the karate class because I'd want to honor it, and I don't know karate. So I'd have to probably get a lot of instruction from some people so I didn't do it wrong. And the 5-hour Walmart is right up there too. That sounds terrible.
That'd be painful, dude. I mean, you get your hair cut there. You can, half hour, 45 minutes, go to the eye center, get your eyes tested, go eat, maybe read a book. I don't know. I mean, is there a place you could find to hide and sleep for a while? I don't know where, could you go somewhere? I mean, I don't know. That'd be brutal.
I think you might get kicked out because, you can't crack a beer in Walmart and just start drinking it, even if you're going to pay for it.
That's true. There's a way you could smuggle some type of booze in there, at least get the party on. Yeah.
I'd really like the comedy thing. No one would pay attention to you on a Friday or Saturday night. So you do it on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and make sure it's promoted that people know it's stand-up night with whoever loses the bet.
Open mic night. Yeah, open mic night at Benchies. Yep. And they got this.
Lemonade stand for charity. That's just a brilliant idea. That one's a good one just because, one, you're going to help some people out. You got to do the whole lemonade stand. You got to make it, man, where it says lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
25 cents, a buck. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 25 cents for a glass of lemonade. You stand there maybe on one of the entrances or exits to a grocery store or Wally World, or, hey, maybe out there by Thunder RV or something. You know, find a pretty busy place where people are going to drive by where they might be able to stop. I don't think you can stop on Adams and Island, the karate place. That's a tough intersection to stop and get out of your car. So I want to make it so people can, you know, maybe up at the college somewhere, just find a good location, right? Maybe outside of a grocery store, something like that. Yeah. For
Location, man. You know it.
Exactly, bro. Heck yeah, man. So what's your vote for? Comedy class then? Open mic?
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, if I had to do one, actually that one, it's going to be painful because the jokes are going to be terrible.
It's going to be really bad, yes.
I mean, it's going to be really bad. I don't care who you are unless you're a comedian. I would give it a go. You got to be careful what you say. You don't want to offend anybody.
It's going to be bad, dude. Yeah.
You know what? You know what would be awesome? If you had to recite, like, Eddie Murphy album or a Richard Pryor routine. Now, that would be funny.
You know, that might be his best bet. Just plagiarize, steal somebody else's material. Yeah,
right.
I mean, because it's 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can get up there and read a story, whatever. I mean, it's open mic night, you know, and you have to participate. See, me and Kyle have a bet: Padres Mariners, a 2-game series. It has to be a sweep. If it's a 1-1 push, nobody has to do anything. So I gave him my list of stuff that the listeners are voting on, and then he's going to give my listeners his stuff tomorrow when the series begins. So we're just trying something fun.
Oh, man. I'm going to root for you on this one. How's that, Johnny?
I appreciate you. Yeah, root for the Mariners because I want to see Dodds' big old whatever standing up there at the stage at Benchwarmers having to, you know, host or give a routine for 5 to 7 minutes on a busy night. So you're saying you don't want a super busy night because no one would be paying attention? That'd be easier on him. You want to make sure it's like a slower night?
Way too easy. Everyone's out there having fun. It's talking. It's loud. You've been there on a Saturday or Friday night.
Yeah.
Back. You know, let's do it on a Thursday. You know, and let me know. I'm going to tell all my friends so that we all show up. Because we're going to heckle. You got to get hecklers. If you're not heckled, it doesn't count.
He's going to get heckled big time. The only problem is I need the Mariners to win 2 straight games for this to happen. Like, what the heck? You know, I mean, we don't have a very good chance here.
I don't know, man. They got hot. They went on a 6-7 game win streak a while back there, so they can get hot. We just need them to do it against the Padres.
Gosh, yeah. And the Padres are on a skid. They've been playing poor. They've been playing typical Padre baseball lately.
But, you know, hopefully Machado doesn't hit, 3 for 4 or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Okay, well, what else you got? Anything?
No, I just was wondering when this game was because, I try to win it and take my wife. She's never been to a Hawks game. So.
Ah, man, yeah, sorry about that. It's on a Thursday, so obviously you're going to have to take that day off, and it's pretty short notice, but that's why we're giving them away. Absolutely.
Is it this Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, 3 days from now. It's the opener for preseason, the opener for the season. Yep.
Unfortunately, I know I'd be an idiot if I even tried.
All right. Thanks, Caleb.
Hey, talk to you later, Johnny.
There's your mayor, LeGrand, the mayor, Caleb. Yeah, so, I mean, if you can make it, great, or you know someone who can. I mean, think about it like this. The tickets are emailed. It's all electronic now. So I have my guy who has the tickets. All he needs is the email address of the winner, and then he's going to email the winner the 2 Seahawk tickets. Really nice seats, too. Really nice seats. And then if you want to email them to somebody else, I don't care what you do with them. We're just trying to find a home. We just want to find someone who wants to go. Honestly, you probably couldn't sell them for much because it's a preseason game. But if that's what you want to do, hey, I'm not going to report you. Do what you want to do with them. Obviously, if there's anybody listening that would like to go, or if there's someone in the Seattle area that's watching or listening right now, and you can make this happen, dude, we'll just email them to you. Again, like I said, though, they're nice seats. I'm not screwing you over on that. They're really good seats. I mean, if you're going to go to a preseason game, make sure they're good seats, dude. Make sure they're good seats. Because preseason games, exactly. Russell's not going to take a snap. And if he does, I'm going to be upset. Don't stinking play Russell on preseason week 1. Makes no sense whatsoever. So, yeah. But they're really nice seats. Farmers Insurance Hotline, 963-4122. Next caller, thank you for holding. Welcome to the Johnny Ballgame Show. You're live on the air. Caller, what do you have?
Johnny, I've got 2 comments, then a question.
Yes, sir.
Number 1, if you lose, I think it would be good if you were standing outside bench warmers, barbecuing hot dogs for some charity, maybe the baseball team or whatever,
okay,
in a girl's bikini.
Yeah, dude, the bikini.
During the middle of the day. That would get people out there to watch. And then with Kyler Murray, we've seen this show before. It was RG3, and look what happened to him. Yeah, I wish the kid well, but he's just an accident waiting to happen.
You make a good point. I can't sit there and say, no, he's going to make everybody miss, or he's going to slide like Russell Wilson does or whatever and stay out of harm's way. You make good points, Jeff. You're right.
I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I wish him the best, but I just have my doubts on that style of play.
I know. He is so small. If he gets drilled, the human body can only take so much.
There are defensive backs that are every bit as fast as him that are just licking their chops.
You're probably right. You're right. This is the NFL.
And then my question, Johnny, is what has become of Jace Billingsley? Is he playing somewhere? Or?
Last I heard on Chase, and I don't have 100% confirmation on this, was that he was home. He was getting started on his next career as a teacher / football and wrestling coach. So the NFL, as far as that pursuit, I think is gone. I don't think he's in a training camp right now. I think he's coaching and teaching, which is what he always said he was going to do when the dream kind of ended professionally.
He'll be good at it.
Yeah, I'll need to get him on the show. I should try to get him on one of these days just to catch up with him, find out what he's doing, because I know there's a lot of folks in this community that's still kind of wondering what's up with Jace Billingsley. Heck yeah, man.
Okay, well, that's what I had.
Hey, what's your vote for Kyle? Open mic night, 5 hours at Walmart, teaching karate on the street corner, or a lemonade stand?
I think the lemonade stand.
Okay. All right. Appreciate the lemonade stand vote.
You bet.
See ya, man. We're getting text messages in, and they're saying, hell no on the bikini. You know what, guys? I look like Mr. Smithers from The Simpsons in a bathing suit and a bikini. I'm like skinny leg, skinny arm, nothing on a chest, nothing on my backside, but yet I have like this beer belly that doesn't go away. And on most occasions, on most weeks, I have like 2 or 3 chins. I'm not a sight to look at. I do not want to be wearing a damn bikini outside of bench warmers cooking hot dogs. Like I hope Dodds isn't listening to this, because Kyle gets to pick my punishment. And I don't have anything about Kyle wearing a bikini or anything. I didn't throw that in there because I know Kyle's a big guy. He doesn't want to do that either. I'd put Kyle in a karate gi. But if he wants to put me in like an astronaut uniform, and I don't know. I'm not even going to give him any ideas. I get his suggestions tomorrow. You call me, Farmers Insurance Hotline, if you have any suggestions or anything whatsoever. We just kind of have an open forum right now. 541-963-4122. And he could be right on Kyler Murray, and I could be wrong. Because RG3 didn't last. He didn't. And I don't know how it's going to look differently, but that's definitely something that has to be a primary objective and concern for the Cardinals, is keeping Kyler Murray healthy. He weighs 180 pounds. He's 5'9"-ish. If he gets drilled by somebody, it's probably going to hurt. So we will see on that. Yeah, we will absolutely see on that. He makes good points. Johnny, Kyle in a bikini would be funny as hell. Funny, scary. Kyle Dodds, we do not want to see in a bikini cooking hot dogs or certainly selling lemonade. We're trying to sell lemonade to raise some money for charity. Who's going to stop? Who's going to pull over and drink lemonade sold by Kyle Dodds sitting in a bikini? I mean, no, I'm not putting Doddsy in a bikini, and hopefully he doesn't put me in one either. I don't want to. I've never worn. Honestly, I've never worn a bikini. Shocker! Yeah, I'm sure everybody listening. I've never wore a bikini. But I was told that if you play Cotton Eye Joe from the Rednecks, when Caleb the Mayor Sampson is around, that he'll put a bikini on and dance around. Only during Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah. Classic song. Farmers Insurance Hotline, next caller. Ballgame show, Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. Caller, what you got for us?
Yeah, hey, real quick, how do you get the Seahawks tickets?
You call in about 12 or 13 minutes when I say to call in. Yes, sir. Is this Mike? Is this Mike?
Yeah, it was Mike.
Hey, yeah, how you doing, Mikey boy?
Hey, good. I just came back up from Albany. I'm heading back there again, even like Wednesday, but Seattle could be a little side trip.
Oh, yes, it could. You ever been to a Hawks game before?
Oh, geez, are you kidding me?
Okay.
I've been there when they were at the Kingdom.
Yeah, never mind. I know, Mikey.
It's been a while, though. It's been a while at the new place.
Have you seen Russell Wilson at the new place?
Russell Wilson, oh, yeah, his very first season.
Okay, so your last game you've been to was 2012. Okay, 7 years ago.
2012. Hey, and I got a comment about Kyle Murray then.
Yeah, what do you think about Kyler Murray?
Wilson's background was baseball also.
Yes. Yeah, Russell
and
Wilson.
He's not very big, but being a second baseman, that's how he's got some of his moves and can jerk and get out of the way.
Yeah, the thing.
His quick, throw.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the baseball background helps on the guys.
That could be a good point because Kyler Murray certainly has that. Now, I don't know about RG3's baseball background if he had one. I don't think he did. I know he ran track. But I'll tell you, Russell Wilson has this weird thing that I've never seen before, the ability to know when to not take a hit, to slide, to get out of bounds. And Russell Wilson was doing that as a rookie. I've never seen anybody come into the league with that judgment. It was really weird. It's like he's a kindergartner and he's a complete and total grown-up. And anybody listening right now who's taught kindergarten knows that when your first day of school, when the kindergartners all show up, nobody's acting like a grown-up. And it's like Russell Wilson showing up at first day of kindergarten, he was like a grown-up and stuff. It's a weird deal. I don't know if Kyler Murray can do that, but you would agree he's going to have to find a way to not take those big hits, right, Mikey?
He's got to stay alive because he's got a ways to go.
Yep, good stuff. And Mikey, hopefully we hear from you. We're going to give the Hawks tickets away in about 15 minutes or so. So appreciate you for tuning in. Gosh, opening night. I called this one. I don't call a lot of things right, but I called this one. We'll be back.
Hello, Johnny.
Baby doll, just give me a second here. You were right. Not taking your car to Island City Speed Loop was a mega mistake. It's a mistake I've learned from, baby doll. Please.
Well, I would hope so. When it comes to maintenance for your dollar, there's no comparison to Island City Speed Loop.
I miss you. The cats, Mookie and Ray Ray miss you.
Johnny, I can't. You taking my car to that third-rate chop shop was a deal breaker. Bye-bye, Ballgame.
Preserve your relationships with responsible vehicle maintenance at Island City Speed Loop.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veteran service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, regardless of when you served, please contact us. We have a network of service officers trained specifically to help you get through the process of filing a claim for medical care or benefits. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Tune in with John Cruz on Northwestern Outdoors and America Outdoors Radio Sunday mornings. Get the scoop on wildlife watching, conservation, camping, hiking, horseback riding, bicycling, and more. He's also not afraid to cover tough topics and ruffle a few feathers. Join John and the experts Sundays, 7 a.m. on Super Talk Radio for Northwestern Outdoors and America Outdoors Radio Show. Sponsored by Island Express Lube and Car Wash. Spend less time under the hood and more time in the outdoors with Island Express Lube and Car Wash.
Text messages still coming in. We'll get to our Seattle Seahawk ticket trivia giveaway here in 10 minutes, 5 minutes or so. We're giving away 2 tickets to this Thursday's preseason season opener at CenturyLink Field, Broncos Seahawks. Really nice seats we're giving away. My man Lee texts the show, says, Johnny, please don't have Caleb with a microphone at bench warmers. That would turn into a 30-minute improv. And you're right. Yeah, I would. If I did a bet with Caleb, I wouldn't let him do that. Also, Johnny, throw out the karate kicks. If you don't know karate, you have no reason to be teaching it. That's a good one right there. That's a pretty good one there. Loser. I mean, and you let me know, because I'm sure you've done bets with buddies before that does nothing to do with cash, but it's a prize. It's bigger than cash. You don't want to lose this. Whether wear a jersey from some team you hate, have to drink something. I had my brother once made a friend of mine drink this concoction that he made from basically I'm going to puke if I think about it. I have a quick, I puke easy. Oh my God. Okay, I can't. I'm going to puke in the studio. He took everything he found in the kitchen, on the door, the condiments, olive juice, pickle juice, ketchup, everything. I'm going to puke. But he made this nasty, nasty drink, and my friend had to drink it, and he did. And I puked just looking at it. Honestly, I felt like a cameraman on Jackass. Have you ever seen on Jackass how sometimes the camera dudes puke? It's hilarious, man. That's what I was like. I just, the fact that my buddy had to drink this concoction, it made me puke in my kitchen floor. I was like in high school. Anyway, we've all done that stuff where you've had to do stuff when you lose a bet. And I'm doing one with my producer, Kyle Dodds. Padres Mariners series. It's a 2-game set, so it has to be a sweep. And right now, the leader is, if my Mariners sweep the Padres, Kyle Dodds has to do an open mic at Benchwarmers Pub and Grill. I'm turning the PA on. I'm giving him the microphone. They have it all set up there. They even have a stage. And Kyle's going to get on stage, and he's going to have to do a set, and he's going to have to do a stand-up comedy show or whatever he can do, and it's going to be bad. And like Caleb said, if you're not a comedian, you're not going to be funny. You're not going to know what you're doing. Like, that's something that comedians know. You guys are nice, by the way, because the worst penalty I came up with was the 5-hour jail time at Walmart. You have to walk into Walmart, we start the clock, and you can't leave Walmart for 5 hours. Do some shopping, I guess. Get your hair cut, cool. Go get your eyes checked. Maybe go buy a sandwich. Obviously, it's Wally World. You'll run into a few people strike up a conversation. I don't know, maybe buy a beer, try to go into the bathroom stall, crack that son of a open, and chug a couple beers in the Walmart bathroom. But then again, what if you get caught? I mean, you'd hate to hear, Kyle Dodds of LeGrand arrested drinking beer in the Walmart bathroom stall. And Kyle doesn't even drink. He's not a drinker, so that wouldn't happen. But yeah, no one suggested the Walmart punishment. Not one person. Some funny stuff coming in. Johnny, my cousin lost a bet once to me. He went to Nevada, Reno, and he had to have a Boise State license plate cover for 1 full year. Yep, he said he sold his pickup 3 months later. Like, we've all done those type of bets, right? Where you lose something, like maybe you have to have a bumper sticker of a political party you're not in favor of, or a jersey. Like, I've always said this, the worst thing anybody could do to me, and I would not agree to this. I promise you, I would not agree to this. It would not happen. But to make me wear a Malcolm Butler Patriots jersey to a Seahawks game, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'd rather go see an Oklahoma City Thunder game and wear a Russell Westbrook jersey or something. I would not wear a Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler ruined my life. I still haven't recovered from that. I never will. Kidding me? Anyway, yeah. But that's the bet. I have right now the clubhouse leader is Kyle Dodds is going to have to take the stage at bench warmers during whatever night we're going to pick and choose, and he's going to have to do a 5 to 7 minute open mic skit. Okay, that'll be a fun one. Shout out to my crew at Grumpy's Repair. Talked about this earlier. I'll bring it up again. Some big events going on, guys, in Baker City. Thursday, August 8th. Saturday, August 10th, you have the truck and tractor pull on the 8th, and you have Demolition Derby on the 10th. All the information at HaynesStampede.com. Both events at the Baker City Fairgrounds. They both begin at 7. Doors open at 5:30. Huge events coming this weekend. So if you're not winning my Seahawk tickets, I'll see you in Baker at the truck and tractor pull. My boy JR doing a heck of a job at Grumpy's with these things. But, yeah, that's fun, man. And we've all done stupid stuff like that, making somebody have to do something when they lose a bet. That's way better than $20 or way better than, hey, steak dinner for the winner. Like, I wanted Caleb. We did a bet once. I wanted Caleb to have to wear a Speedo, stand on the corner of Adams and Island Avenue, by far the busiest intersection on the Grand. If you're standing on that intersection for 90 minutes, most of the town is going to see you. And he holds my big picture. See, I keep it in our Banner Bank studio, that big picture of my ugly, stupid, stinking face. And he has to hold my picture on my face up on this intersection. And he has to dance around and wave it like the dude who works at the pizza place outside or the furniture store outside who's like doing the Running Man and dancing, and the sign guy that annoys the hell out of everybody. He has to do that, but with my face for 90 minutes. So, Caleb, if you're still tuned in, if we ever have a bet, whatever it's going to be, that's what I want you to have to do. 90 minutes in a Speedo, plug in the show from the corner there. So, all right, some good stuff. Farmers Insurance, Greg Blackman, my man, 1430 Washington Avenue. I will press this button right now. Phone lines are open. 541-963-4122 on the Farmers Insurance Hotline. Again, if you want Seattle Seahawk tickets to Thursday night's season opener against Denver, call me on 541-963-4122. If you get a busy signal on that line, you can call my backup line. Write this down. 541-523-4431. I'll give this out one more time. 541-523-4431. When we come back, we're giving away these Seattle Seahawk tickets. We'll play a fun little trivia game. You will love it. We're giving away Hawks tickets next. Don't miss it. Ballgame Show.
It's time now for your local weather forecast. In La Grande tonight, partly cloudy skies, low near 60 degrees. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies early, giving way to cloudier conditions later, and a high near 95. In Baker City tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees, and for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high near 94. This weather forecast is brought to you by La Grande Gold and Silver, family owned and managed for over 35 years. Your trusted local experts for fine jewelry and precious metals. Shop La Grande Gold and Silver's full line of quality jewelry, gifts, and coins, and find the perfect gift that will be cherished for a lifetime.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. covered it August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
See your local Farmers Insurance agent, Greg Blackman, in LeGrand.
Russell takes a high snap, hands it off. Chris Carson pounds his way in. Touchdown, Seahawks!
12's football is back as the Seahawks kick off the 2019 preseason versus the Denver Broncos. Hi, this is Steve Rabel. Join me this Thursday night. Pregame at 5, kickoff at 7, right here on the Seahawks Radio Network.
Seahawk football on Boomer Radio. KKBC 95.3 FM in Baker City. KRJT 105.9 FM in LeGrand. Go Hawks. Welcome back, Johnny Ballgame Show, Bench Warmers, Pub and Grill. Seahawks, Broncos, 3 nights from tonight. The winner of our Seattle Seahawk ticket giveaway, this segment, think about that, 72 hours from now, we'll be at CenturyLink Field welcoming the Seahawks to the 2019 football season. These are really nice seats, which make preseason way more tolerable. I'm with you. I've been to preseason games. Regular season, it's a lot more fun. I'm with you. A lot more fun. I've been to preseason games. But if you have really nice seats, there's no such thing as, hey, I went to the game and it was lame. Impossible in that stadium. Preseason, regular season, postseason. I've been to soccer games and liked it there. Yes, soccer games, and I liked it. Loser. I still have a line open. 541-523-4431. You call there, I'll get you right in. We have our first contestant up. He is no stranger to trivia time on the Ballgame Show. Let me just tell you this. If you're calling and you're getting busy signals, like I said, call the other line. But chances are this dude's track record will probably mean you'll have a chance to get the tickets. I welcome Mike to the program. And Mike, out of every 10 trivia questions you've answered on this show, how many of those would you say you've gotten right? Mikey, are you with me? I'm sorry, Mike. I got you.
Yeah, are you there?
I'm here now. How many would you think you got right on that, Michael?
I'm 2 out of 12.
Okay, you're 2 for 12. He even knows his stats. So
yeah, for everything, all contests.
Okay, so your batting average is slightly better than, how about your average is slightly better than Tim Tebow's? Mike, tell me, my friend, and you've been to games in the Kingdom. I think you know this guy. I'll give you these tickets, Mikey. I need to know, though, who was the inaugural coach in Seattle Seahawk history?
Oh, no. Give me 10 inaugural coach. Who's the first coach? Zorn, quarterback. I want to be 13 for 12 because I'm just slipping my mind.
I need a guess, Michael.
I'm going to have to go with, I don't have a guess.
Okay, just give me anything.
I'm going to have to blank on that one.
Okay, he's just going to go with a blank.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Thanks, Mike, and you know I love you. All in good fun. We have a line open at 541-963-4122. I have new questions because I know how this works. Folks look it up on their phone, and it's easy peasy, and you call in and you get your ticket. So I have a few other questions. If people want a chance to win these tickets, and again, These are electronic tickets. So my buddy who has these tickets emails them to whoever wins. So whoever wins these tickets, I just get the email address. My friend with the tickets will send you, the winner, the 2 tickets, and you can do whatever the hell you want with them. I really don't care. Go to the game. Email them to a friend of yours who lives closer. Sell them. You probably can't get a ton for preseason tickets, but you'll get something for them. Do whatever it is you want to. And you call 963-4122. And if you get a busy signal on that, I got another number for you at 541-523-4431. We'll take our next caller. I appreciate everybody calling our Farmers Insurance hotline. Go see Greg Blackman. Caller number 2, contestant number 2, and let me just say this: the questions might get a little easier. Who am I talking to right now? Caller, welcome to the program. What's your name? Hey, caller, what's going on? How you doing, caller? You can't hear me? You want Seahawk tickets, caller? You get me? Caller. Hello? All right, 541-963-4122. Kat apparently got that caller's tongue. And hopefully we can get you in here and, again, give you these tickets. I think the questions are going to get a little easier, too. Let me just say that. I have a question on Hall of Famers. I have a question on first-round picks. I got a question on team quarterbacks. Got some good stuff there. So, caller, welcome to the show. What's your name?
I'm a golf pro. What up, Ballgame?
Hey, golf pro. Let's get this. Let's get you some tickets.
I got zero football information, but we're going to try.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay. The Seattle Seahawks have drafted 2 quarterbacks in the first round in their team history. Can you name me one of them?
Let's say Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson from Wisconsin. Incorrect. Hey, golf pro, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, what? All right, brother.
Yeah,
bye.
Later, man. Next caller. Caller, welcome to the program. By the way, lines are open, 963-4122. Next caller, welcome to the program. What's your name?
Steiner's here.
Hey, Steindog. What's going on, man?
Hey, just traveling home, man.
Let me get you some tickets. If you can't go, I know you know a lot of people. You can go. I get it. Right, Steiner?
That's right.
Okay, here's a question. I think it's right in your wheelhouse, Steindog. Okay. 2 Seattle Seahawk defensive players have been enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Steiner, who are they?
Oh, I can only think. That he was an offensive lineman. 2 defensive players. Daggone, Johnny.
Not one player is coming to mind? Not one? At least defensive player? A Seahawk in the Hall of Fame?
I'm drawing a total blank. Daggone it.
He's drawing a total blank. Steiner. No guess. You're gonna hang up the phone on me?
I can't. I'm more into the offensive players over history on that team.
I got you, Steiners. That's okay, bud. Appreciate the call.
Yeah. Okay.
Good stuff.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Thanks for at least attempting to play our Seattle Seahawk trivia here. That line is now open at 541-523-4431. Hey, these Hawk tickets are still available, guys. We still have this stuff. Next caller, what's your name? We got a dial tone. A lot of times people will call and then they'll hang up because they think the other guy's going to get it, and then the other guy doesn't get it, and they've hung up. I've been doing radio trivia for a long time. 541-963-4122. We'll go back to the line. Caller, appreciate the calls coming in. We're trying to give away these Seahawk tickets. Caller, what's your name?
Hello?
Yes. How are you?
Good. This is Lorena.
Hi, Lorena.
I'm a winner.
You are a winner.
I know nothing about football, so let's see how this goes.
Okay. Let me see. How do I do this? She knows nothing about football. What year did the Seattle Seahawks play their first game?
What year did the Seahawks... Okay, the first game. Shit.
Oh, Lorena, I have to. Whoa. Uh-oh. Hey, just so you know, kids, don't say those words at home. Bad words for Lorena. Lorena. You're going to get me fined now. 541-963-4122. Family show, my friends. Family show. Do you think Lorena knew that it would be 1976? Do you think she was going to guess that? I don't know, but that's what it would have been. Next caller, what's your name? We got another dial tone. People having a problem with their phone on this. Yeah, I got to give these tickets away. You know, maybe my questions are just too darn hard, but we're going to give these things away. Absolutely. I got a number of Seahawk trivia questions. 541-963-4122. And if I open up the question for everybody, I get it. You can Google it. I do the same thing. You look on your phone and then you call in. And you keep it clean when you call in, Lorena. I'm gonna go to Lorena's business because I do know where she works. I'm gonna go to her business tomorrow, and I'm gonna walk in there. Hopefully, it's just packed with people. And I'm just gonna drop an F-bomb, and then I'm gonna leave. Should I do that? Should I? Okay, no, I won't. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. So yeah. 541-963-4122. Appreciate the love on the Farmers Insurance Hotline. We got to give these tickets away, and hopefully we will. So, caller, I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to go back to the hotline here. Caller, what's your name?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name's Chance.
Okay, Chance. Well, let's get you some tickets. What do you say?
All righty, let's try it.
Okay, how about this? How old are you, Chance?
I'm 17, sir.
Okay, so you're probably not gonna get a question for the 90s or something, are you, Chance?
I don't know. I knew that last one.
With the 1976 one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, how about this? Give me one Hall of Fame player on defense who's played for the Seahawks.
One Hall of Fame player.
Both their numbers are retired, Chancey Cakes.
Oh, jeez.
Chancey Cakes.
Defensive tackle. Is he a defensive tackle?
Chancey Cakes.
Yes, sir.
Chancey Cakes.
I don't know.
Chancey's
rejected.
What?
Not even close.
Oh.
No way.
What?
That was embarrassing.
It was.
Like my wife always says, not tonight.
I'm just having fun with you, dude. Should we just give Chance the tickets and move on? I mean, Chance, you're gonna go to a Hawks game on Thursday? Tell me about this. Tell me about what you're gonna do with these tickets.
I would have to say, well, first off, I'd have to get some time off. Probably the first thing.
What do you do for a living? You don't have to tell me where you work, but what do you do for a living, Chancey Cakes?
I work on a farm, actually. Just some farm work.
Oh, is that tough?
I don't know. It's all right. The money's pretty nice.
Pretty good cash for the summer. How'd you hear about this show? Is somebody right next to you that listens and like, hey, Chance, call this number?
No, sir. I actually saw it in the paper one day, like a couple of years ago. And I'm just a huge Seahawks and sports fan, so every day on my way home from school and when I'm sitting on the tractor, I like to listen to you.
Okay, Chancey Cakes. Appreciate. I've never heard you call, so this is a good thing for both of us. Yeah. So you'd have to get the days off.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be too hard. Harvest is almost done though.
So you might be able to, and even if you can't, okay, yeah. Okay, Chance. How about this? Name me 3 head coaches in Seahawk history.
Oh, geez.
3. Well, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, who is it? Who you got?
I got Pete Carroll.
1.
Okay. I forget his name, but I think he coached at UC. I think he's coaching at UCLA now. I don't know though.
Chip Kelly?
No. Or he was the old coach or something like that.
Jim Mora?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, good call on that. And you need one more. Oh, Chance.
And then it was some overweight dude.
Come on, Cakes.
Who was after him? I forget though. What's his name?
Mike?
Yeah, he kind of looks like Andy Reid a little bit.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Andy Reid. Chance,
Chance,
would you guys?
Shoot.
Chance, I'm turning you down. I'm going to line 3. Chance, stay on the line, please. Line 3, welcome to the show. Who's this?
My name is Rick.
Rick?
Yes.
Hey, Rick. You want these tickets?
Sure.
Rick, how about this? The Seattle Seahawks have drafted a wide receiver in the first round twice in the history of their team. Can you name one of the players they took, a wide receiver in the first round? That's a
Joey
tough
Galloway.
What was your suggestion?
Joey Galloway.
God, you are right on.
Winner!
You are right on, Rick. Joey Galloway, 1995. Chance, I'm going to bring you back in here, Mr. Soap in your mouth. Should I give Rick the ticket there, Chance? He did get the question correct.
Yes, he did get the question right. That'd be fair.
But you really want them. Rick, you really want these seats, Rick?
Absolutely.
You're gonna try to get to the game, huh?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very convincing, Rick. Rick, do I know you? Yes or no?
You know my brother.
Okay. That's all you need to leave it.
Yeah.
You know what? Chance, again, should we give Rick the tickets, Chancey Cakes?
Oh, yeah, he won it fair and square. That's all right.
Okay, Chance, appreciate you listening, Chance. You give me a call another time. I will hook you up with Blazer tickets this year, okay, Chance? I promise you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Done. Thank you, sir. Chance, I'm going to get you to a Blazer game. Rick, let me do this one more time. Ladies and gentlemen.
Winner!
Rick, I need you to stay on the line, and we will take care of you. And, Rick, you're going to go see the Seahawks on Thursday, all right, my man?
Sweet.
All right, stay on the line, Rick, and he is our winner of our Grumpy's Repair Trivia today on H Street in Baker City, just off I-84. They will love your vehicle at Grumpy's. They only hire ASE certified techs. They're highly trained certified techs, and my boy JR's been doing his thing down there since 2004 at Grumpy's Repair. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Learning that someone you know has passed away is never easy, but finding out weeks, months, or even years later isn't pleasant either. That's why Super Talk Radio is posting obituaries and notices of death at supertalkradio.com. Grays West & Company, Pioneer Chapel, and Cole's Tribute Center is proud to bring this service to the public. For those who have passed and have their arrangements with Grays West & Company, Pioneer Chapel, and Cole's Tribute Center, visit supertalkradio.com and click on the banner for obituaries and notices of death.
Old West Federal Credit Union is sending a few lucky winners to the Pendleton Roundup this September. This is your chance to take part in all of the Rodeo Hall of Fame action. Contest entry is easy and anyone can enter. Simply stop by the Union, Baker, or LeGrand Old West Federal Credit Union branches and talk to a teller to enter. The drawing will take place at 5 p.m. September 5th, so don't wait. Stop by Old West Federal Credit Union in Baker, Union, or LeGrand today for your chance to win Pendleton Roundup tickets at Old West Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
It's time now for a community calendar update. The Powder River Sportsman's Club holds weekly shooting events at the Virtue Flat Shooting Range in Baker City. On Saturday, August 10th, there will be a cowboy action shoot at 8:30 a.m. The cost is $10 per person, and for more information, visit prsportsman.com. Grand Ronde Radio Amateurs Association is inviting everyone to attend their monthly business meeting every fourth Tuesday of the month. The meeting is held at the LeGrand Fire Station classroom starting at 6 p.m. If you have ever been interested in ham radio or are curious about it, this is a great meeting to attend to ask questions about the hobby and the service. For more information, contact Tyson at 541-910-2784 or visit w7gra.org. This community calendar update is brought to you by Claudson Sew and Soak. Hot tub sales and service for over 30 years. Great tubs, great deals, and ultimate relaxation.
My name is Sue Smith. I'm 38 and I work at a graphic design company. And the teenage me would tell you,
I wouldn't be into drawing and art if it wasn't for Big Brothers Big Sisters. My big sister showed me early on that I could do anything. And to the young me,
that meant a lot. My big sister's name is Sheila, and Sheila is the reason that this 8-year-old grows up to have an amazing job as a graphic designer.
Whether you donate money or time, you're helping Big Brothers Big Sisters help a child. Start something today at bigbrothersbigsisters.org. Brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Ad Council.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 101,000 here in Oregon. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
You feel